はい、木曜日おめでとう。こんばんは。皆さん、やつのはぎれです。Good Thursday. Hi, everybody. How is it shaking down? Oh my god, what does that even mean? How are you all today? My goodness, it's almost Friday. It's almost the weekend. Cause for celebration, isn't it? Cause for celebration. I think White Day passed us by the other day, but who cares? It's just fucking White Day. Nobody celebrates White Day outside Japan. Hello there, Faggot. Hello there, Pinky. Hello. But yeah, like, are there any amongst you that actually enjoy the weekdays? Most people, right? They're struggling through the weekday, through like school, through work. And you're just trying your hardest to get to the weekend so you can like get off work and, you know, sleep in at home, you know, pay attention to your Oshi streams, watch some anime, maybe play some video games. So for most people, it's like the weekend. The weekend is the shit. But I don't know. For me, I kind of enjoy the weekdays. And I've never had an issue against Tuesday. The only problem I had with Tuesday is that if I ever wanted to go out to eat somewhere, I'd have to check, oh wait, is it closed? Because like the types of restaurants I like to go to are closed on Mondays and Tuesdays usually. So that's always been a bit of an issue for me. You guys ever notice like different ethnicities close at different times? You know, if you're like from a Christian ethnicity, your like restaurant might close on Sundays. I noticed that Japanese people tend to close on Mondays and Tuesdays. Chinese people never close. And Koreans, do Koreans have a day off? I don't actually go to Korean restaurants that often. I know Indian restaurants don't really close either. Nah. And I don't know. I've always just enjoyed the days. The weekend's never really been anything special to me, except for like the only reason I have to look forward to weekends, if I'm going to be completely honest, is for anime. I think during the whole COVID era, I did not watch any anime. I just did not have any interest. All the animes that were airing were really boring to me. But like slowly over time, I've gotten, okay, 1 or 2 shows per season now. I really miss, what is it? I know Freeren's airing right now, but like what I really miss watching is Dungeon Meshi. When's the next season of Dungeon Meshi? Of Delicious in Dungeon. I want to watch that. Hello? Hello? Is this thing working? Guys? What's going on? Is my mic still muted? I'm pretty sure it's not muted. Hello? Hello? If you're here, say something. Give me a sign. Let's see. Dungeon Meshi next season. When's the next season? Season 2. When is it? I'm pretty sure they propped a trailer already. There's no exact release date yet. It is expected to come in 2026. Man, has it been delayed? Oh, that's really weird. Here's something, I'm just kidding. That's crazy. That's what I like to do sometimes. When I DM someone and they like don't respond, I go like, I type tap tap tap. Is this thing working? Sometimes people ignore you and you just got to give them a little bit of a a reminder. But like you don't go all like needy about it. You make a joke out of it, nah. Just like that prank in VTRP. What prank? What prank? Oh yeah. That freaking. It wasn't Zack Shadows, but it was like his alter ego. I think it was Zack Shadow's other character. he like arrested me, and I just pretended I couldn't hear him. And they just let me back out. And then I was like, no, wait, let me back in. No, wait, let me back in. Dude, the ending of VTRP was... What the fuck was that? Was that betrayal between the family? The betrayal? One of the Aussies becoming mayor, the other... Oh my god, what was going on? He just like... became mayor, and he just threw away his family members like that. Oh. That was weird. That was so weird. I'm really looking forward. I know like some of my friends are in a newer GTA server right now. I don't remember if I got an invite or not. I didn't check. I may have gotten an invite. But I just took a look at it and I saw that it's a long-term server. And I don't want to do long-term GTA. I really don't. I don't want to do long-term GTA. I'd prefer my GTA sessions to be short and sweet. Nah. Long-term RP like that kind of just wears me out, because it just becomes like another job. Like RP is stressful for me. I have fun, but like it takes a lot of energy out of me to do RP. He doesn't want to commit. Yeah, I've got commitment issues. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know that what was it? That attachment quiz that people were doing? Like, oh, do you have a secure attachment, an anxious attachment, or like a distant attachment? Apparently I'm like 90% anxious attachment, and then I'm like 60% distant attachment, and I'm like 30% secure. So like I'll pine for something, and once I get it, I'll like be like, ew, this sucks, this is stinky, I'm leaving, bye. I don't get parasocial, guys. Oh yeah, I read an article today by Raina, who is they work in VTubing, but they also work in a lot of other things. They work in some stream management, they work in translation. But Raina said something. She posted an article recently where she like gave it a name for like controlling audiences, because it's more than gachikoi, right? It's more than like the idea of feeling strongly for your oshi. That's what gachikoi is. Feeling a strong emotional attachment to your oshi, right? It's more than that. It's more than just unicorns. Because like, yes, a lot of unicorns are like really like awful, but like what it is it's, she coined the term fanagement. So it's like fans taking the role of management. So it's gotten from the point of like where they feel strongly about their oshi to the point where they feel controlling about their oshi, and like they go against the goshi's wishes, right? They'll be like, why are you not following my instructions? I'm doing this for you. I'm saving you from destroying your own career. Stuff like that. Right? I've seen it a lot with like a lot of delusional fans who are like, they think they know better, right? They think they know, but they don't, right? They're not actual management, but like they feel as if they are, because of the amount of emotional investment they put in, and the emotional investment is put into not the person behind the camera, the person behind the voice. It's put into like their idea of the person that they built up in their own heads. It's really crazy, but like I really suggest you guys read it. On Twitter, her name's Raina Lorecrafters, or at Raina please. Yeah, she put out it on that article. It's a long read, but it's a really nice read. I actually used to follow Raina since like way back in the past because she used to do translation for an artist who did like a lot of manga tutorials, and she basically acted as that person's translation slash manager. It's put into how they want the person to behave. Yeah, no, you must have this stance or you're complicit, or like, no, you can't do this, you're gonna destroy your thing. Why don't you understand? I'm just trying to help you. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I've definitely encountered some people that are like that before. And I've had to avoid it for myself. I've had to get rid of some people. Yeah, even me, as this teeny little streamer, as a little boy, I've had to tell people to go away because they tried to do that to me. And I think it's really hard because these people, right? At first, it can be like really reliable, right? They're those viewers who always show up to stream. They're those viewers who always respond to your jokes and they always get your jokes, right? And they crack jokes back that you get. Or like they'll clip your streams and they'll always have like the most perfect clips to show up the best parts of you, right? With like the best comedic timing. They'll do their fan appreciation stuff, or they'll organize like fan events, right? Or watch parties or whatnot. Or like for your birthday, they'll organize birthday gifts and whatnot. They come across as like super supportive, and you think, oh, maybe I should give this person some management ability. Maybe I should, hire this person to make clips for me. But then like over time, you realize like, oh, this person's actually like really toxic with the way they are. They're like really controlling, right? They're not there to appreciate you. They're there to, because they feels like at that point, they feel like they have a control over you, which is, it's not professional. People can transition from being fans to being professional partners, but like these people, they're never able to do that. They're not able to keep that professional distance, and it becomes a Reddit mod types. Yeah, Reddit mod types, Discord mod types, just mod types. People who just get too into it. And people can act like this even without becoming mods and becoming partners, business partners. It's just this idea, right? It's this idea of like a fan who starts to take control over you because they feel that they've become a part of you. They've become a part of their the Oshi's success. And so they feel like they have a stake in it. And it could, for like, it can even just be people who like donate a lot of money. People who've donated so much money that they feel like they're a part of that VTuber success. If it weren't for them, that VTuber would be nothing, right? Yeah, a lot like that. Listen to me and know how to get you successful. Why would you collaborate with this person? This is so bad. I keep on trying. Like one of like the lines I hear a lot is like, I keep on trying, but like I have to keep you from hurting yourself because you don't know any better. And it's like, whoa, my God. Really? They don't know any better. It's so infantilizing. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I guess sometimes they're called Kaza, sometimes they're called Raina. They have two accounts. But yeah, it's just something I've witnessed a lot. But yeah, unicorn, it's not even unicorn, it's like something even more crazy, because like a lot of unicorns, right, what they'll do is like if their Oshi starts like collabing with the opposite gender, they'll just walk away. They'll just walk away. There's nothing wrong with that. It's something else completely to just go in and be like, no, you have to stop, right? Sometimes they'll they'll even go into like other people's spaces and they'll speak on behalf. They'll be like, oh, this my Oshi didn't say it out loud, but this is what she actually meant. Like they'll interpret the Oshi's statements. They'll be like, oh, my Oshi was being very vague, but like this is what she really means. I know because I'm a true fan. Like in Japan, academic researchers have been researching this stuff and they have an actual name for it. They call it parakin. So parakin, so parasocial, like parakin, like you're kinning parasocial. It refers to a parasocial spectrum where a fan admiration tips into "we made you" entitlement. Yeah, that's the word, entitlement. We made you, complete with obligations to the fans the creator was never aware of. Like they've just, in their own minds, they created this kind of social contract. And they get upset when the creator breaks this contract that the creator never signed on to, right? They're like, oh, we gave you all this money, so like there's this unsaid, unspoken contract between me and the creator that if I keep on giving money, that the creator will do what I want them to do. Right? They never consented to this. I think it happened recently is because, oh yeah, Rima Evanstar mentioned it. Narissa Ravencroft, she talked about, she mentioned Octavio on stream. Because he released a original song about falling in love with someone you'll never meet, right? You'll never reach, right? It's very much like a song about parasocialness, right? So for them to get angry about this is just like, wow. The song is exactly talking about you, man. Can these people just go to host club or escort agency? You'd think so, right? But that's the problem. In host clubs or escort agencies, it's pretty much understood that it's completely transactional, right? With VTubing, it's sort of, it's like 1.5. Like you're not quite, it's not quite one-sided. There is some acknowledgement of the other person, like even just like in chat, right? Because I respond to you guys in chat, right? It's not like your typical Oshi behavior between idols and fans. People thought she would do something like Shiori and go far harder than males collab. Shiori, despite having upset so many, of course she's growing. Yeah, I mean, because Shiori made the hard call. She said she wanted a bigger audience. Maybe not an audience that is as crazy for her, but like an audience that consists of like everybody. It's blue ocean strategy, right? And a lot of these types of people, they don't understand that. They don't understand like wide appeal. You can't have wide appeal if you exclude half of the human race. You just can't. It's impossible. Let's see, what is it? Like, Nurse even responded, like, no offense, but I'm working really hard, regular, and don't have a PC. YouTube and phone doesn't allow for a lot. Sorry you disappointed in me. I guess I'll just do my best. But to be honest, reading this doesn't motivate me at all, especially when I've been doing so much behind the scenes. It's hard for me to share it. Seeing stuff like this makes me think you think I'm doing nothing and screwing around. Thanks to those who are understanding and waiting for me patiently, despite my lack of ability to entertain well right now. Right? People are like very entitled. But yeah, gachikoi is like a feeling of like deep emotional investment. But that's about like how the fan sees the Oshi. It has nothing to do with the relationship between the Oshi and the fan. It's simply about how the fan feels about the Oshi. This whole thing is what they call parakin. It's control based, right? In this case, it actually does affect the oshi because like they're making demands. It's interesting because like unicorn doesn't quite convey the full meaning of this. So I think this is pretty good. Parakin. So parakin, like you're kinning up parasocial or something like that. Right. This is and then you got someone wearing a hollow Advent varsity jacket with Narissa accessories to university while writing an angry dissertation about a promise she made to them on stream 2 weeks later, which is both gachikoi and unicorn behavior simultaneously. Yeah, someone can be both gachikoi and unicorn. Right? But yeah, anyway, it doesn't... Maybe making these distinctions doesn't really matter that much, but it's because like gachikoi is like such a deep part of idol culture, and people mistake it for being a unicorn or being, in this case, like the parakin, being someone who parasocials and demands control. Matsuri said she'll never collab with males again if they're something like Russ and VTRP, but Japan she'll abstain. It's really weird. And I mean, I respect her decision. I'm just like, this is a really weird announcement to make, especially for her. You'd think doing all stuff for all these years, and maybe she just gave up. Maybe she just gave up. She wasn't able to keep the audience she wanted, and so she has to deal with the audience she has. But I don't think she has any unicorn audience. It's really weird if she does. Like from the beginning, she wasn't a unicorn streamer. She's been collabing with Neji Sanji dudes for forever. I really loved her collabs with Yashiro. Yeah. I really liked her collabs with Yashiro, the salary man. They had like a really good dynamic going on, where like she'd say all sorts of stupid shit and he'd just be like rubbing his brows, being like, oh my god, someone kill me. Himura and Willie Luna agree with Matsuri's story. Restored her friendship. That's so weird. What do you mean restore friendship? It just comes across as so fake when you say shit like, oh, we can become friends again because of... Bro, what are you talking about? Anizore. It doesn't feel very human. Anyways, sorry that I went on a bit of a tangent today. I don't know, it's something that I found very interesting. Oh yeah, of course, and Narissa ended up blocking this toxic fan, of course. Luna avoided Matsuri like the plague. That's so strange. That's so strange. It's so strange. You never know what to believe when it comes to entertainers, when it comes to public figures. Of course, you should always believe me because I would never lie to you. But yeah, you never know. You never know what to believe when people say stuff like this. Anyways, we haven't played it in a while, so let's play Reverse 1999. Human behavior is so interesting, indeed. Very, very interesting. Someone pinged me. Who DM'd me? Who the hell DM'd me? Who's this? How dare you DM me? I'm streaming right now. Boo, how are you? Don't call me your boo, that's gay. Guys, I will not. I forbid any men from calling me boo. All right. Don't call me your boo. I don't play for that team.
Bonjour, Bertin. I like your hat. 2 tenants sharing one body. It's a little cramped, really.
I certainly would not mind if you choose to leave.
I hope we can find a way to fix this.
Oh, I forgot. I
soon.
need to add.
On that we have a rare point of agreement.
I need to add some more chibis to my overlay, but who cares? God, I love you, Adele, but like, why can't you just be Felicien? Can you just like let Felicien take over your body, like forever, please? Please, please, please. This is like a possession plot that I would enjoy very much. Would you turn Sunraven into a boob? What the frick?
On dit qu'il y a une trentaine d'années, pendant l'exposition des 2 tenants chers, je n'ai jamais vraiment pensé à ce que je fais.
Like, I don't know
en
what she's
termes de
saying.
loisirs.
Guys,
J'aime bien l'opéra.
every Canadian you know has gone through at least 6 years of 8 or 9 years of mandatory French learning. I completely forgot that like from 4th grade to like 8th grade I was learning French. It was just blocked out of my mind. I thought, oh yeah, I took some French lessons in high school, but then I remembered, oh wait, I took French in elementary as well. What the? Where did that go? I completely forgot. Eh? I don't know any French anymore, but like every Canadian VTuber, you know, has had to go through that. Man, I know some people have been asking me to come back to the main story of Reverse for a long time. Well, where the heck are they? Where are you guys? I'm playing it now. Hello? Hello? I've been asked to play this game, to play the main story again after such a long time. They're always coming into my comments, my comments and like my streams asking me when I'll play. I'm playing it now. Where are you? Where are you? Got bored and left. That's crazy. Man, loyalty is cheap these days. Why didn't you stream today? That's kind of fair, but like I gave him, I opened the waiting room like a day in advance. Probably should have given him like a week. If I were a good streamer, I'd be making my waiting rooms a week in advance. Lately, things have been a little bit turbulent, so I've not been putting up schedules. Gomen. I'm sorry. Things have come up. Alright? Things came up. It's not my fault. I tried my best. Alright? I tried my best. Question, do I get this lady? Do I get Marsha? She's a knight. But also she's a medic. So like, she'll bonk you on the head with her... She's got a mace. She's got a magical mace that she'll bonk you on the head with, but also she'll fix you up. Humanitarian aid is her passive. No, it's not a mace, it's a trench club. She only wields her trench club when it's necessary, to silence her enemies and quiet her mind. That's not an incantation, yo. So like, all of our characters are basically like wizards and witches, right? So they They have incantations. This is a weird fucking incantation. She only wields her trench club when it's necessary. To silence her enemies and quiet her mind. Smashes you in the face. I kind of need a sub. I need healers. I only have...
Actors, poets.
I only have one healer. Like one decent healer. I'm sorry.
Привет, Miss
Yenisei,
I'm arranging the travel
you are
notes from the
adorable.
last trip. Well, yes. Sometimes it's hard to identify what I have written.
Yenisei
even for
is
myself.
incredibly adorable, but she can't heal more than 2 people. Which is really bad when you have like larger team comps, like 4 character team comps. She was not made for the game as it currently exists. And they're not giving her a upgrade. They haven't given her an upgrade yet. Apparently, the Yangye is going to get an upgrade next patch that's going to make her the strongest character in the game. I'm so glad
Hello, ma'am.
I got 3 of her.
On the Crater Bra abductors.
I am so glad I got 3 of her. Yeah. This is like the luckiest I've ever been in a gacha. The first character I pull for, and I get 3 of her, and it's just like, what the fuck? Kind of badass. Love it. Too bad I didn't do any of it on stream. It all happened off stream. Yeah. Like, my only healer right now is Medicine Pocket. This creature.
Oh, I just passed out. Nice to see you here. Take the notebook on the desk and write down what I say.
Oh, that's kind of cute. Anyways, let's read. Let's read. Chapter 7. It's pretty long, so maybe I should not have been yapping. It's pretty long. Okay, so we're back on Pythagoras Island. If you don't remember, this is the island where the cult of Pythagoras lives, and they basically they believe that the answer to the universe lies in math. And they're very autism coded, basically. They're incredibly autism coded. I hate this place. These people are awful. But apparently they're really powerful. They're very powerful when it comes to magic. Right. Secret of the Diagonal. They believe that the answer to the world lies in math and geometry. It's kind of pertinent, I guess, because like the storm turns people into math, into geometry homework. So.
Mama, I have a question.
Oh yeah, it's 37, our favorite little anorexic autist girl.
Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
Oh yeah, and everyone here is named after a number. The woman turns around, gazing at her daughter with warm affection. Oh yeah, her mom died, and then she's just like, oh yeah, my mom's dead. Are you okay about that? Yeah, I mean, she's dead.
Do you feel the same about them?
Oh my god!
37?
Oh my god, hotness! Holy! Whoa! Oh my... Oh, wow. Wow. I hear she's crazy too. From what we know about her from the stories, she's also kind of crazy. But holy... Damn, that's a mother right there. 7-7? It's Roku Nana? No, we're not there, okay? It's just Nana Nana. Don't. Like, oh damn. Damn, she's... Wow.
Maybe a little?
It's just a shame that, like, her daughter, even after she grew up, she kind of, her 37's like thin as a pencil. She doesn't age. Like, she looks malnourished. You think, oh, 37 looks young, but no, she's like younger than her friend, the redheaded girl. I forget her name. 37 looks down and kicks away a pebble.
You see, Mama, I can count to 3 and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.0100100001000001, let alone use it in calculations.
This creature is not human. What is she saying? Nobody talks like that.
The endless, non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I want.
Okay, yes, but like mathematicians don't use decimals. They use fractions.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number, is it not?
Oh, right. Pi?
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with e, logarithm 2, and root 2.
I fucking hate root 2, man. I don't like using root 2. I don't know if I ever learned logarithm 2, though.
But not many irrational numbers are this convenient to work with. Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them.
I'm sorry, but like this voice, this acting is like it's making me die inside. I get it, she's very autism coded, so like the monotonous tone makes sense, but at the same time I'm just like, this is taking me so out of there. People who have to raise autistic children that are autistic like this, man, they're doing God's work. It can't be easy. I have patience for children, but like, I don't know if I'd have patience for this. This requires something special. Also, like, her eyes are massive. Look at those things. They're huge. She's like from the 90s.
Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers.
Mom just laughs.
What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear.
Aw.
You don't dislike them, you just don't understand them enough.
I thought she was supposed to be crazy because I don't remember who it is, but we read, I think it was oh yeah, it was Enigma. Enigma's sister met 77, and every time she talked about 77, she said, this bitch is crazy. This bitch is cray cray. But like, oh, she seems kind of fine here. Leaning down, she picks up a soggy twig. Her hand moves, sliding the tip of the twig across the sand. 4 equal perpendicular lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. It is the shape of a familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b.
I'm dying. I'm sorry, even if it was a hot mama like 77 teaching me math, I'd still go, bleh. Get me out of here.
A simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required.
I don't know, maybe if my math teachers were hot, things would have been different for me. Maybe I wouldn't have failed math 3 times if I had hot math teachers.
The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
It's going in one ear and out the other. Hey there, Michael. Thank you for the lurk.
Oh, I know. This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics. It showed the existence of infinite incommensurable numbers, with root 2 being the most obvious one to find.
Man, I wish I knew what they're talking about.
This was how the Tower of Old Ideas crumbled, paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers. We discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods, one that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible.
You know, people usually would not consider math as art. Because this game, Reverse 1999, is very much about arts and cultural history, right? People would not usually consider math as art. But if you look back at the Renaissance, right, and any sort of like Leonardo da Vinci stuff, well, mathematics is heavily involved in stuff like architecture, right? Being able to properly draw a straight line requires math. Being able to calculate like the curvature of so-and-so requires math.
And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight.
Creating the perfect
diagonal
arches
of a square.
to build a bridge requires math.
A kingdom of irrationality.
And like Roman arches are considered very much art these days. Heck, do anything well enough and without enough passion, anyone would call it an art. True. Call it an art or for science. Hey there, Alex. Hello, hello. Girl listens intently. As always, she understands quickly.
I see now, Mama. We are not all-knowing beings. There will always be numbers beyond our awareness, such as the nature of irrational numbers.
You know, there are the known knowns, the known unknowns. But also there are the unknown unknowns.
So, if we get to know the irrational
The stuff you don't
numbers
know you don't
better,
know.
we can be friends with them too. But you haven't told me why people on the island hate them.
It's because people on the island are stubborn assholes who think they know everything. So the moment that they get proven wrong, they'll be like, no! This can't be! Oh wait, what's going on? Her smile is gentle, clear, quiet, and almost pitying.
Mama?
Oh, jeez. Couldn't he have baby 37? Yeah,
37. You're awake.
back when she was cute. Hey, Sophia. Girl sits upright in bed, her eyes staring into the air in dismay.
Sophia?
Yeah,
How long was I out?
I forgot how massive her forehead is. Her eyebrows are so high. I never noticed, but her eyebrows are like ridiculously high. And yeah, she's supposed to be older than Sophia, but because she's so malnourished, she looks like she's still a child.
You've been in a coma for a week.
Sophia is like younger than her, but like she looks older than her. Clocked by a missile. Oh yeah, she got hit by a bomb. World War I just started. Her words are cut off as 37 jumps off the bed. Oh wait, no, World War I did not start yet. There's some war in the waters around Greece. I think it's like the Grecian Turkic War, something like that. The Grecian Ottoman War, something like that. World War I has not quite started yet, but it's going to. Right? in chapter 6 where one started at the end of chapter 6. Where are we in the timeline right now? Did chapter 6 end yet? Or is it at the same time?
No, stop! You're not well yet!
Oh, damn.
There's no time.
We're 24 hours from starting World War One. Okay, okay.
I have to find 6. I have to tell them now. Our circle has been broken.
Oh, like the barrier protecting them from the storm. It stopped working. I don't remember why. Maybe they'll explain it. So if you don't know, they're on this island off the coast of Greece that has been sealed off for like generations, and it's always been protected against the storm, but for some reason it's no longer protected. So next time the storm comes along, they're all gonna get washed away. Turn into geometry. You know, all these arrogant assholes who think, oh, we are beyond this. We are beyond and above the issues of the storm and the world. Well, the world is coming and knocking. Oh, what's that?
Nothing's happening.
The Hall of Truth is as crowded as ever. Oh, is that like a... Does that tell Verton if there's a storm that's gonna happen? It's like a storm countdown timer. Ideas, noises, and arguments are all crammed into one space.
Miss Verton, your
Who
attention,
the
please.
frick is that? Who the hell is this? Why is she wearing armor? They didn't have that in Greece. Why does she have... Why is her skin purple? Why does she have vampire nails? What is this? Who is this person? Wow. This is like the design of all time. Medieval knight's armor with a Grecian toga on top. A crown of thorns. Purple skin, animal irises. Cat-like irises. We're about 2.5 hours before the ending of chapter 6 at the moment. Okay, okay. Yeah, World War 1 has not started yet. Who the heck is this?
This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends.
Like, I know we've had some crazy characters on this island so far, but we haven't had vampires.
There will be a vote on your punishment, considering the leak of the island's coordinates and the damages caused by you and Manus Vindictae. Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
Oh, hey there, Emmy. Hello, hello. She's a banshee. I bet Greta would have considered 37 mad too. For sure. Oh my god, I miss Hoffman. Hoffmommy, she's dead. Every time I think about her, I just get sad. What a great character. Why is she a banshee? Why is there a banshee out of nowhere? What is it? What is a banshee?
My apologies.
I've only heard banshee used to describe hysterical, like, angry women who yell a lot. I don't know what an actual banshee is. A mocking click of the tongue can be heard from the crowd. Wow, they're doing the tongue click. Oh,
Let
it's
her
this dude.
look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers?
I love this guy. This guy's a complete piece of shit. He just uses and argues with sophistry, right? Like, his arguments are all like completely unfounded and based off of like trying to find... Basically, instead of arguing for like an actual point, he's just arguing the argument. So he's a complete asshole, but I like him. He's funny. He's fun to watch.
Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words cause a ripple of chuckles throughout the hall. Clearly, after much hours of debate, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief. Yeah, he's funny.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made? We were brought together in this great hall today, for misfortunes have struck us in the past week. Manus followers were found dead in our sacred place, the Gorgon current was cut off, and a human army has invaded our land.
Yeah, he's gonna die. He's an asshole, but I love him. He's so good. Our replies need to cause a ripple down his toque. What the fuck?
There are also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests.
I like that he wears grapes around him. Kind of makes me think of Dionysus.
As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation, or Manus Vindicte?
Hisabeth. Oh yeah. Hisabeth is funny too. He bows slightly, gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the leak. We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from outside the island.
But you did report everything here to the Foundation.
888, that's her number. Infinity.
And you don't know what they did with the information, do you?
Right.
A questionable defense. A doubtful explanation. Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the Arcanists. With their crocodile tears and broken vows, while many may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The people on this island are racial supremacists. I forgot. These guys are all for eugenics.
Besides, why should we seek collaboration and assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
She's a Nazi? I mean, yeah, no, these people are actual supremacists. His words evoke a murmur of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindicte a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
He stretches out his right hand, directing the audience's attention across the stage. All right, there it is, the hotness. She's kind of weird, and she's got a hole in her head, but you know, it's hard to say no to boobs. On the right, there sits a quiet figure in the back, black and blue.
Indeed. The Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours. However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana. Why were swaths of your followers found dead at the door of our sacred place? Did our math lessons drive them to madness, causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
So it would seem.
Yeah.
What?
Her quick and straight answer causes a commotion in the crowd. Yeah, she only gently closes the book on her lap, uncaring of the suspicious stares around her.
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island. But we did come seek mutual development with sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters, which you, though reluctantly, relied upon.
I think this is the first time we've heard her talk this much.
As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Her gaze falls on the beach. The beach? The bench. The fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began.
Pray, share with us.
Oh yeah, like 6. Be careful. Be thankful you're not wearing pants, Arcana, otherwise it would be on...
Thank you kindly. 'Tis the story of the circle. A young artist told it to me before I arrived on this island.
Wait, the circle?
In the ancient past, amid a world of primitive instincts and ignorance,
It talks about this in
the
chapter 6.
first intelligent mind awakened. Overwhelmed by the enormity of nature and dismayed by its own insignificance, the creature was shaken to its core. In an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power. This is the tale of the first circle.
That's so cool. I'm getting so into this, man. The circle. Stuff like that, like,
The
really gets to me.
circle shielded us, and its protection benefits thee to this day. What I find intriguing in this story: man hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
The hall gate bursts open. The intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the doorframe.
37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the words out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. An eerie silence descends upon the hall. Another dull, muffled thump, as if something struck a hard surface. But it's enough to get the rest of the crowd to their feet. They look up at the roof. The thud came from up there. What the heck? More thumps follow. It's as if the hall has turned into a drum, with an out-of-control drummer playing frantically on the dome.
Ah! What is going on? Is that a hailstorm?
No. I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, the numberless corrector looks up at the sky. Being barred from entering the hall, she can see better from where she stands.
Those are Abraxases falling from the sky.
What? Another look at the watch. It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. Uh-oh. This is it. The long-anticipated moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm. The storm of this era is here.
What do they have, 4 hours? That's not good. That's not good. People are gonna get washed away. Bring the gavel down. Are they still arguing? Wait, no. Are they still arguing? Is there even any story here? Right, why don't I just go to the rating section? Wrong way. Story review.
Now we've learned some manners in a Peyron, haven't we?
Hey,
Namely,
Granny.
to abstain from beans, never parcel off a loaf, and stay away from the white roosters on the road. It's been so long since we last talked about these things. How time does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up. We should have waited until dawn to light the candles. The sun would have mistaken the day for night and delayed its appearance in the morning. That way we would have had more time to talk.
I don't think that's possible.
Indeed. You possess a far greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. It's only natural that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise. But for the people of earlier times, there was a commonly understood connection between the two.
What? If you lit the candles earlier, the sun would come up sooner? That's crazy.
Did the trees not bear fruit after the Horn of Plenty was filled at the harvest festival? Did the field not wave with grain?
Okay, that's just mistaken causality.
Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon?
No, it doesn't.
It's human nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some phenomena were attributed to the wrong causes. Some theories were developed from false facts. It was a time of symbols, you see.
Such as?
The flower represented blessings and harvest. The Ouroboros, the eternal cycle. The hawk, wit and astuteness. And the soil, safety and protection. Aside from nature, the circle symbolized protection, the triangle, stability, and the triple helix, ascendance, change, and the unity of mind, body, and soul. As time went on, things became associated with one another, and more symbols were created.
It's not a very methodological approach.
You can see the cause and effect with your own eyes, dear. It's clear when something is related and when it isn't. If the outcome isn't what we expect, these symbols must be incorrect. But it's not their physical form that's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning and concept given to them that are wrong, you see. Objects are just objects. A match is just a match, not the illuminator of the moon. An animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes. And you are just you.
Thank you, Granny. Storm shelter notice. Emergency notice for your personal safety. Please stop what you're doing or read this report, unless your life is in immediate danger. The timekeeper has issued a 24-hour storm warning. All investigators are to abandon their current tasks upon receiving this notice and return to headquarters to seek shelter. Storm shelter precautions. We will prioritize space for the preservation of personal items that comply with regulations. But note that space at headquarters is limited. Please do not bring unregistered personnel or personal items over 20 kilograms back to headquarters. Note that family members of investigators who are not members of the Foundation are also considered unaffiliated personnel. Poor Sotheby. Your family, you can't bring your family with you. In special circumstances, such as having to bring unregistered personnel or extra items back to headquarters to protect the Foundation's core principles, please first contact the HQ through the nearest device with sound functionality and a dial. Must have a round movable part and sound, such as a car radio. Why that? Why a dial? And we will respond as soon as possible. For the Foundation's core principles, please refer to Code of Conduct Chapters 1 through 3. Since the storm syndrome is currently irreversible, for the safety of the Foundation, returning personnel must undergo a personal inspection. High levels of infection will restrict your entry, and will place you in a special isolation area until the storm ends. If your critical situation requires assistance, the various rescue methods outlined in the field mission evacuation instructions will remain in effect. Reasonable rescue requests that comply with regulations will be responded to immediately. The symptoms of the current storm syndrome can be roughly summarized as oil painting transformation and heightened delirium. Depending on the region, the severity of the storm syndrome also varies. In Vienna, expressionistic oil painting transformation pervades the body uncontrollably. At the same time, emotional stability is severely impaired. irritability, and abnormal behavior occur, including but not limited to using deadly force to correct pronunciation. Wow, grammar Nazis! Declaring oneself as an independent nation and a founding country by family unit. What the? Yes, I hereby declare the sovereign nation of Yatano. Identifying parties by the color of their oil paintings and persecuting people of different colors. What the heck? Athens. Oil painting transformation symptoms only appear on the face, with few cases of recovery reported. Recovery? Specific reasons unknown. Aggressive nerve increases, especially a strong destructive impulse towards olive trees. That's really weird, because like all Athens was built on olive trees. It was based on the founding of Athens. It was named after Athena because when the city was founded, Athena offered a gift of olive trees. So like olive trees are deeply intertwined with Athens. So for them to hate and want to destroy olive trees is crazy. Democratic votes on whether to go to war have occurred several times in different squares, often splitting into two factions and starting war during the vote. Cairo, oil painting transformation symptoms are limited to parts of the facial organs, with minor actual effects on the body, can be largely ignored. The main mental effect is reflected in an increase in swearing. The local military, severely affected, has begun an attempt to convert the pyramids into war fortifications. Based on feedback from investigators around the world, it has been tentatively concluded that the epicenter of this storm is Vienna, and the closer to the physical distance to the epicenter, the more severe the symptoms of storm syndrome. Example, German speakers with non-Austrian accents have been attacked by Austrians. So racist. To be more precise, this is an act of rebellion against peace. Destroying olive trees? It's so strange.
Miss Verton, did you just say the emanation has happened? Just now?
More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern. With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm.
Uh-oh.
Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with whispers of white robes. On this island dedicated solely to the study of emanation, the situation has far surpassed their imaginations.
Please remain seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote. The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until then.
The Banshee, acting as custodian of the assembly, raises her voice, drowning out the arguments. Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate must go on.
Come here, 37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Her voice softens as she looks at the frail, slender girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those abraxases.
The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once more.
Ah, good news. Good news indeed. We are freed from the pain of choosing whom to blame, are we not?
What?
The rhetorician raises a hand with a triumphant smile. As usual, he's offering a new perspective, or what some might call another attempt at stirring up the crowd.
The emanation is coming. The tides of Numa will pour from above and wash away all trivialities. By then, human intruders and the international powers of this era, along with the turmoil they brought, will all be dissolved and poured into the ditches like gunk. And we will regain our shores and return to the study of essence and forms.
His words are met with silence. The crowd is lost in thought. Having long detached themselves from the phenomenal world, 210's words are striking a chord.
No, it's different this time.
The petite figure stands on her feet. She is pale as snow from her coma, and did not bother to put on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of matters where ignorance reigns. Soon, the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say? In other words, we will all be taken by the emanation? This
is unthinkable.
This is terrible news, one that nobody wants to hear right now. The impact is like a bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whispers. The lady next to 37 stands up, still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation.
Hey there, Aimee.
You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron. Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindicte also intruded our sacred place without permission. People, as of now, there's no proof that the emanation will influence the island. 37's account is lacking.
Oh no, they don't believe her.
And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindicte.
The attempt to refocus the assembly fails as half the audience turns their attention to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hesitantly in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the Hall of Truth, but...
Though irritated by the constant interruptions, the custodian immediately notices her peculiar expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The corrector gestures in the air, her voice shaking.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints. And 42, we were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monsters completes her sentence. The other believer appears behind her, shoving Sophia aside as he flails and stumbles into the hall. His face is melting, colorful oil paints forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense!
Jesus.
There never was the truth, nor the transcendental! Everything is a lie! Nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire and fragments of reality!
Oh, that was real quick.
No one will survive the oblivion! The island will be destroyed amid its conflict!
Is that... the storm syndrome?
42, your face!
Completely disregarding those around him, he bursts into maniacal laughter, casting an arcane glow in his palms. He jumps onto a seat and knocks over a row of torches.
No one!
888, stop conversing with him. We must subdue him. Now.
And then there's a fight, but I can't watch the fight. I can't do the fight.
He has the storm syndrome. Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
42 lies motionless on the floor, his face still a mess of colorful paint. Fear and uncertainty quickly rises around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times!
A feeble induction, my friend. Just because you've never seen a purple cow doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I love this man so much. He's so funny.
Must we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated!
Well, yeah. We can see
First
that.
the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island. The Foundation and Manus Vindicte. One of them must answer for this.
Yeah, it's clearly the Foundation and Manus's fault. It's not that your feeble barrier just simply expired, right? It's got to be someone else. It's got to be the outsiders who ruined everything. Very typical Islander mentality.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much.
No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you. It was Manus Vindictae. They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you?
That's crazy. At least they died for it. What about you? Why aren't you dead too?
You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills?
Man, these people are hysterical.
As we went through your belongings, Miss Verton, we found a golden sampling device. Enlighten us. What exactly is the Foundation looking for here?
That's...
From the other side of the hall comes a soft chuckle.
Good, Vertin, good.
Like, Arcana doesn't even have to do anything. She just has to sit there and she just wins.
Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Silence.
The gavel slams down with a heavy, undeniable thud. The host of the assembly rises to his feet, his face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling. I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
The decision is clear and final. As a number of reconciliations, Six has been mindful of his use of unilateral authority. Yet there are no objections this time. The hall falls into a silence that demands a decision. What to do? The outcome is still acceptable. Things will just go back to square one. Besides, the concepts exchanged on the storm and the samples of asymmetrical nuclide are already significant advancements for subsequent research. More importantly, if the School of Apeiron cannot form an alliance with the Foundation, they must be stopped from joining forces with the enemy instead. This is a chance to take the initiative and avoid being caught in reactive position. All that's needed is to stand up and nod.
I respectfully accept your verdict.
Agreeing was the easy part. Now comes the real issue. What will she choose to do?
My choice matches that of Verton's.
She casually agrees, just as she did when she asked to pledge on the stone bangles.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled? Miss Verton and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desirest aid from us?
If there's 6, where's 7? Hello, Dreggy. Hello, hello. I don't know. I don't know. It hasn't been patched in yet.
You're kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world. He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
6 bends down, laying his hand on 42's head.
Medin Hagan.
What the? He reversed it? He reversed the reversing?
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill. I never thought it would be possible.
The leader straightens up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion. It is also what the island needs. The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged. I expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
His tone is cold, leaving no room for negotiation.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather.
Yeah, Arcana herself's a pretty good sophist. She's also really good at spinning words. 6 is the original best purifier.
I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou?
It is a reasonable request, and her expression is nothing but decent and sincere.
The hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objection from the people. 6 puts away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story. To conclude today's meeting and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
The leader raises his hands and faces the people.
I too have heard the story of the first circle, but in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the enormity of nature and constantly tried to defy and escape it. Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circle ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom. This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms.
What is he talking about?
This was the rise of the classic man.
The classic man?
May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Please, just a moment.
A clear voice rings across the hall, stopping 6 in his tracks. Her robe flutters as she stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle.
Will you?
888 was right. I have enraged Aperon. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence. I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
I don't know if this is gonna work out. 6 turns around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the determined star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37, are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to Aperon?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay, should you fail its test?
Yes, I am.
Then you shall have my blessing.
He leaves, ignoring the murmurs of shock. The gavel is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end. We don't get a lot of 6, but I really like him. Right? Part 4. This is a 30-part chapter, so might take like 3 or 4 streams to get through it.
The headquarters has issued a notice. The critical point of the storm is in Vienna.
The chief assistant puts down Miss Radio and turns around with a somber expression.
This type of storm syndrome involves a bodily transformation into oil paintings, primarily affecting the face, but sometimes spreading to the torso. It is often accompanied by delirium and an intense obsession with war. Like the storm of 1929, it was accelerated by social upheavals resulting from the constant tensions Manus Vindictae created between nations.
I kind of Like, I like the idea of Manus Vindictae, but also at the same time, it's like, okay, Manus Vindictae caused World War One. It's like, come on, man. Okay, Manus Vindictae made World War One start sooner. Okay, that makes sense. But like, Manus Vindictae caused World War One.
This era.
The color of the sky has changed. The storm syndrome has finally reached this island. Oh yeah, the sky looks like an oil painting. No one on the team's caught it yet, but that could soon change.
This is absurd.
With a bag filled with alchemy materials over her shoulders, the young pirate remains spirited despite a week in the underground captivity.
We went through all that trouble, sweated our guts out, and finally got to a place where the storm can be kept out. But now you're telling me that immunity is going to disappear like a fart in the wind.
Exactly, like a fart in the wind.
I was planning to stay here for a while. There might be alchemic materials and pieces of books the Abraxas left behind from their mills. Oh, now that is frustrating, mate!
Such is the nature of Arcanum.
The immunity hasn't disappeared. It's just waning. For now, only the beach has lost the effect. We're still safe around the Hall of Apeiron.
But there's no guarantee that we'll be safe here forever, right? Reminds me of Xeno's survival test.
Was Lilia with us? I completely forgot.
Sinetto and I talked about this. We think the island is protected by a large-scale arcane ritual. The sudden decay of the island's storm immunity might be the result of its changes, though I'm unsure of the specifics.
Those people are doing something about it, right? That leader with the rockstar hair, shouldn't he be taking action by now?
Six has gathered all integers after the assembly. They're going to perform a mass cleansing ceremony. 37 also mentioned a test. I think they have more than one way to deal with the changes.
To the best of this apple's knowledge, secluded pure-blood arcanist groups often have rituals that they keep to themselves.
Of course.
These islanders impart truths based on intellect and rationality, yet their doctrines are highly religious. Perhaps their arcane skills are passed down in a religious manner.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's true. Like, they have all these arguments based off of intellectual rationality, yet the things that they believe in are very religious in tone, right? There's adherence to numbers and shapes. It's adherence to Apeiron, right? The way that they handle disputes and arguments, the way they put people in jail. It's very religious.
Oh, very mysterious, very arcane. I hope they're not all huddled together doing a math at a time like this.
I love you, Lilia.
And I'm more worried about us, Capitan.
Lilia changes her tone, unusually serious.
Arcana asked for more time for both sides to withdraw, didn't she?
They have their 10 command. Exactly. Hey there, Acumen. Hello. How are you? They do have their 10 commandments.
Yes. Six gave us 2 hours to leave. That is to say...
Don't you have a regular clock?
We must set out when the storm countdown reaches 2000.
And before that, the stone bangle on your wrist still works, right?
Yes. I can feel it.
Oh yeah, she can't do any Arcanum.
It would scold me whenever I thought about going to war with them.
Huh, I see.
Oh wait, no, it stops her from fighting.
So we only have 2 hours for the plan.
The other Manus who had those bangles, they died when they tried to fight.
Plan? What plan? Aren't we sneaking away from all this?
Sorry, Regulus. Your accommodation was a long way from ours, so we haven't given you the latest updates. To put it simply...
Where are you going?
We're leaving. The sudden appearance of the girl startles the crowd. 37 stands there with a curious look on her face.
37? We're discussing how to leave this place, 37.
Yes, they were ruled to leave, so that's what they're doing.
Precisely. I was just about to say, your chief wants us gone in a jiffy, but we don't even have a piece of wood to sail with.
Don't we have a teleportation disc?
Vertin is sizing us up to see if we can fit in her suitcase. She's going to swim across the Aegean Sea using her tiny arms. Right, Vertin?
Yes, that's exactly what Vertin's gonna do. Regulus squints and eagerly pokes her elbow in.
Right.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
What?
Then you must leave from the north side of the beach. Jump off the cliff there and head south. The cliff is on the tangent line of the Hall of Aperon, which is a good sign for your journey.
I cannot believe I'm hearing her say this. She's telling us to jump off a cliff. This girl's insane. She nods confidently, convinced of her own conclusion.
I will show you where to jump, but you'll have to wait till Vertin and I return.
That is insane.
Me? Where are we going?
What kind of question is that? The only place worth going.
She sounds so happy. She extends her hand with a light and happy tone.
You're the one and only Zero. We'll go see Aperon together.
Alright, let's go talk to God.
Aren't you going to look for 37?
Oh! Guys, it's Mom! It's Mom! I'm pretty sure, like, one look at her and we're like, this is Vertin's mom, isn't it? Or maybe she's like a stormed and reversed version of her mom. Maybe that's why she doesn't remember.
You took such good care of her while she was in a coma.
I don't remember what was mentioned last time, but she gave away her sight for something, right? Her eyesight was taken away as some kind of payment. Correct me if I'm remembering wrong. In the darkness, the figure trembles ever so slightly. She tries to steady herself.
I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Madam Mata. She's going back to the cave for the test, where I can't help her.
She looks down, trying her best to press her shaking hands together. Yeah, isn't this supposed to be Vertin's mom? Well, I've seen some theories, anyway.
All I can do is pray for her, for I have no adequate knowledge or power to assist her.
Did she just do, like, the Catholic cross?
As ever.
Perhaps you needn't worry so much. 37 is the one favored by truth. She will be fine.
I know. It's just...
Sophia lets out a long, helpless sigh and buries her face in her palms.
She is also of mortal flesh. She could get hurt, bleed, or die.
She avoids looking at the beach, seeing it as a battlefield where she lacks the skills to engage.
You haven't been with us for long, Madam Marta. Aperon and its test might be new to you. Here on this island, we spent years theorizing, proving, and constructing models based on our mortal comprehension, defining the boundaries of what man is capable of understanding. But when it comes to the essence and forms, we are unable to make any definitive statements. So we humbly approach the temple and inquire about the correctness of our beliefs, and our answer is delivered as a yes or no, reverberating in the form of echoes.
Is that the submission of proof Six mentioned before?
The corrector nods, knowing her friend has natural talent for this.
Validating one's essence and soul with a number, and verifying the authenticity of one's claims are simple feats for us. But Aperon's test is different. Those who succeed will obtain the transcendental truth. Those who fail will pay a terrible price. Everything
has its limits and boundaries. Those who overstep their bounds will only court their own misfortune. We must respect and be wary of our limits, so our souls will be adequate for our bodies, and all things be refrained from excess. The boundless, limitless, and infinity are not of our realm to tread. They belong only to ancient beings that we cannot utter. We can only stand in awe, offering our admiration, humility, and reverence.
You know, girls frontline in this game share a lot when it comes to how esoteric it can get. Is it all adding up? Hey there, Zuni. The math, I was never good with math, so I don't know if it's mathing.
Now 37 is going to knock on its door and ask to be indulged with the transcendental truth. But if she fails, if she can't bear the weight of the boundless infinity,
she can't go on.
I wish I knew a better way, or could even do it in her place.
This is like really good acting, but it feels like Sophia recorded this in her closet. Sorry, it sounds like she recorded this at home and not in a proper studio.
But only she can do it. It has to be her. 37.
Very excellent acting here, though, I have to say. You can really hear the anxiety and the worry in her voice.
I'm sure this is the perfect solution to finally put an end to all our problems. If I pass the test, Apiron will grant me the answer to one question. It can be any question I don't have an answer to, even about the essence and everything.
I also have to give props to 37's voice actress. I don't know how you can speak in a way that comes off so monotonous. Like, it feels very deliberate. And genuinely, I don't know how you would be able to do this. So there's some genuine talent there.
At least that's what Mama told me.
37 nods with confidence.
I just have to choose the right question to ask. And we will be rid of all the troubles. Whether it be the emanation, the turmoil of the phenomenal world, or the dangers threatening the island. All will be gone.
Will it really be that simple?
I have Six's blessing. He agrees with me. So, Vertin...
Not so fast. You can't just steal away our helmswoman like that. This thing, it's too good to be without any risks, don't you think? What if Vertin doesn't make it back, huh? Who's going to swim us across the sea then?
It could be risky, but not for Vertin, only for me. 0 multiplied by any number will still be 0.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And we have validated that proof.
Well, that's not good enough for this pirate. Besides, Vertin doesn't seem like a 0 to me.
It's okay, Regulus. I think I'll be safe there. But 37, isn't this a sacred test for your people? I've never taken the oath. I'm not one of you.
That does not matter, Vertin.
She gently shakes her head in determination.
But you must know that once we enter the temple, we cannot turn back. The path to the truth is a one-way road. Our last visit was interrupted, remember? You didn't get to ask your question, and I didn't get my answer. And now, I don't need to ask my question anymore.
She bites her lip, holding her own arms tight.
You and your friends were right, Vertin. The discord in the phenomenal world does have an effect on essence and forms. No one can argue against this when facing the emanation.
Yeah, so basically all these people on this island are wrong. Like, the physical world does affect the imaginary world.
But there's more I'd like to know. And I believe you feel the same. I will tell Six that you're coming with me. I will tell everyone and persuade them, because this is the right thing to do.
Go, Timekeeper. While you're out, Lilia and I will ready us for evacuation.
We will liaise with the Foundation from here.
Thank you both. Before we go, 37, I have a question.
A golden opportunity has arisen. This could be a chance to level the playing field against Manus Vindictae.
You just said that a Piran will grant an answer to whoever passes the test. Will it answer my question? If I asked for a way to become immune to the storm?
Oh. Will it be like a monkey's paw situation where like it does tell you a way to be immune, but then like you sacrifice something? Because that's like why they came to the island in the first place, right? They're trying to figure out a way to get Manus Vindictae's immunity spell. Ulrich approved. Oh, it's a fishbowl man. Decryption team personnel test. Reasons for selection: the most brilliant cryptologist in the class. Also the most brilliant expert in arcane cryptography. In addition to his energy consumption ratio is excellent. What the heck? Capable of high quality work for 72 hours with only 2 supplies needed. He only needs to eat twice in 3 days. Recommended for the selection as the leader of the decryption team. Team leader's comments: his assessment of mine is incorrect. This record has never been updated since the 360 hours. Nevertheless, I agreed. Dawkins. Who's Dawkins? Dawkins is an expert in linguistics. We need more of such people when the origin of incantation is unknown. Dawkins is a talented but lacks a sense of seriousness. As evidenced by his inappropriate jokes. Do not let him work alone. Assign a serious staff member to supervise him. Also use cold humor to punishment. A cold humor punishment device, setting the penalty at 3 pounds a joke. 3 pounds? Is that like... he's gonna gain 3 pounds per joke? That's terrible. Richard, approved. Richard is an excellent theoretical mathematician, is able to provide us with advice from a mathematical perspective. Richard is only cautious when solving math problems, but averages 3 collisions with table corners per day. Ooh, I hate that. Do you guys run into table corners? I do that sometimes. He also needs a supervisor to prevent such accidents during experiments. Matthew, approved. Matthew has excellent decision-making skills. His fighting spirit will surely bring about important breakthroughs in their decryption work. He's just a bit too impulsive. I do not recommend letting him make any decisions. Otherwise, an explosion in the lab would be the least of our worries. Williams. William? Williams has a meticulous thought process. He excels at finding loopholes that others cannot. Perhaps he can assist Matthew and prevent him from making egregious mistakes. Williams is what we call an introvert. His penchant for discovery doesn't mean he'll become good at communicating his findings. He should be left alone to deal with the verification. Victor, approved. Victor has the leapfrogging thinking pattern and can keep research from getting stuck. Victor is good, sure. It's just that his ideas are sometimes incomprehensible. Do not let him team up with Dawkins. He'll definitely end up paying 3 pounds for Dawkins to tell a joke. I can assure you, putting a weirdo and a dark humor fanatic together will cause us problems. Adler. Adler. Who's Adler? Adler's Enigma, isn't it? Reasons for selection. Adler's recommendation is not only because he is an excellent cryptologist, but also because this decryption is not just a task for arcanists. We need opinions from humans as well. I have my reservations, but it's not that the team doesn't need humans, but it shouldn't be a silent enigma who hasn't been seen in public for 8 years. I mean, Adler's not human though. He's like 7/8 human. He's like Adler is Hoffman's brother, isn't he? Or am I mistaken? Storm arrives in 22 hours.
Narcissistic, fat-headed, humanocentrist freaks.
What the heck?
You are the crazy ones, and I will prove myself right.
Holy crap, it's a soy boy.
Seriously, can someone please bring Matthew back to the rehab center? That mask has made him crazy.
Oh, has he been wearing the Manus mask? The researcher's arms flail wildly as he stumbles across a shiny silver floor, adding more to the chaos. Yeah, they're still trying to make the immunity spell, right? Amidst the mayhem, a bottle of alcohol on the ground bursts into bright blue flames. And then 2 metal feet stomp across the fire without hesitation.
Any progress?
Oh my god, it's Lucy! Guys, I think I read somewhere that, like, the reason she has giant boobs, the reason she has giant knockers, is because she thinks that it makes it easier to communicate with people. If she has, like, big, bouncy knockers. People will be more friendly with her. She'll make it easier for people to talk with her if she has giant boobs.
Not much. We've called all the experts here, but so far it's been a waste of time. Not even a bodily reaction when reciting the text.
They didn't give him a name yet, huh?
He doesn't belong to any known language, nor follow any linguistic rules.
The way he talks is different too. I guess it changed his the way he speaks after he became a playable character.
Many are starting to doubt the accuracy of the incantation. After all, it was copied down by a novice investigator with her arcane skill, not her supervisor.
Hey, don't talk about Marcus like that. Right, because like, didn't Marcus copy the storm immunity ritual using what's his face's memories? She did at the end of chapter 6, right? He sounds like those AI Minecraft reading videos. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He doesn't sound like this in gameplay. The door is pushed open. The spacious room is now packed with people. Yeah, good girl, Marcus. They all gathered around the radio on the table.
Miss Marcus, can you confirm that the incantation you dictated was correct? We also learned that you witnessed a visual recording of Arcana performing her arcane skill, depicted through images recreated by a pure-blooded arcanist. Is that right?
Yes. She looked at the memories of the painting and found the memories of seeing Arcana perform the circle spell.
Yes, to be precise, I saw it in the memories of Isolde, a former member of Manus Vindicte, using Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror.
Oh, that's what they did, right?
Can you attest to the accuracy of this memory?
I can't say.
Do you deem the reflection of Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror to be accurate, factual, and without misinterpretation?
Right, they're trying to use a spell, and I guess they can't do it.
I'm not sure.
Can you confirm that your arcane skill, Read, was performed correctly and provided an unbiased, objective, and flawless interpretation?
It's an arcane spell. There's nothing objective about it. Arcanum is completely subjective.
I don't know about that either.
Man, this operator is really pissing me off.
But I saw it with my own eyes. I heard the chanting. I don't know what language that was, but that's how I heard it, and I've written it down phonetically.
Wait, Marcus knows how to write down phonetics? Like, oh man. Have you guys ever gone on Wikipedia and looked at how words are written down phonetically? It's like, how do you read that? Linguists are a whole other, they're a whole other type of person. Oh, maybe that's why they were talking about the linguists in that note earlier. Trying to recreate the pronunciation.
Please calm down. We are only verifying the details.
I don't like this girl. Get rid of her.
The Foundation has dispatched a special operations squad to you in Vienna. Please make sure the 2 other arcanists involved will return to the Foundation with you.
They're gonna bring Isolde?
I understood.
Isolde will be saved, but Isolde's kind of been brainwashed. That's what Cacania did to her at the end. The call ends and the liaison removes the headset. The result is far from ideal. Her face is pale, as lifeless as her mechanical colleagues.
Is this it?
Adler? A sarcastic voice cuts through the air as a man pushes through the front.
An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation.
Yeah. He's Hoffman's brother. Poor Hoffman. She didn't deserve to die.
È una seco. A tu una psycho?
What?
An inexplicable incantation transcribed by an arcanist based on what she saw in the memory of another arcanist recreated by yet another arcanist.
Well, now that you put it like that, it's kind of... Yeah. There's so many ways that this could have been misremembered, right?
That's as convoluted as a dream within a dream within a dream. To think they wanted an objective restoration.
Yeah, there's nothing objective about it. It's arcanum.
I mean, if Gnosis is so reliable and can really cross-check not only once but 4 times, it should have long replaced science by now.
Thank you, Enigma.
With this level of uncertainty, we might have better luck asking typewriter monkeys to randomly give us the answer to the storm immunity.
Just do it. We're not asking you to perform miracles, except we are, but just do it.
Adler? Why are you here?
Just do it, Enigma. Just do it. It's stupid and it's ridiculous, but just do it.
I requested his participation on the cryptography team. He is a human, but he excels in the field of cryptography.
But...
It's a lemon head. Dang, what do you have against the man, huh? Ulrich, what do you have against him? The man takes a grim step forward.
And why can't I be here? Is it because Greta Hoffman's my sister?
She just died a couple hours ago.
And is this what a respectable and honorable member of the Foundation gave her life to retrieve? Is this the ritual she died for?
I can see why he's pissed. Right? His sister didn't die for, like, the ritual. She died for, like, a dream in a dream in a dream. I can see why he's angry.
Oh, right. It wasn't even her who retrieved the ritual. It was a student.
Right? I can see why he'd be pissed. He's grieving. He's sulking, right? His sister died. It's normal.
You are not currently on the official roster. You can leave at any time.
Died for less than sand.
Leave? Why should I leave? Ich habe jedes Recht zu wissen, wofür meine Schwester gestorben ist.
Dang, he's so angry he started speaking German. Oh.
Nun gut, Leute, an die Arbeit. Lasst uns dieses große Rätsel entschlüsseln und sehen, was es uns bringen wird.
Yeah, he's gonna do it out of spite.
Erlösung oder Zerstörung?
He leaves sneering, waving the note with a phonetic spelling in his hand. The farce is finally over. The room is at peace once again. The cryptography team turns to the robot, awaiting her instructions.
Return to your stations, please. Let us not dismiss its credibility until we have exhausted every possibility. Also,
She calmly turns her head.
Add Adler Hoffman into the cryptography team roster.
The cryptography lead hesitates for a moment, surprised. Nonetheless, he nods and quickly leaves the room. Yeah, he's pretty riled up too. You can see with the way his ink is moving. The phone on the wall, used for internal communications, begins to ring.
Storm Observation and Research Center. Noted. I will make sure Miss Lucy is aware of that.
The liaison puts down the phone and turns to the robot, a flicker of panic on her face.
What is the matter?
It's a call from the rehab center about the previous study on the Manus mask.
She looks so stupid. I get it. It's atomic punk, but it's fucking goofy glasses, the goofy goggles and helmet, and...
Ma'am, I think you should go see this in person.
It would look so much worse if she had a different hairstyle. Imagine if she didn't have that. The blunt bob cut. It would look so bad. Gotta give props to this game. They had a design aesthetic and they went for it. Even if it looks goofy as all hell.
Very good, Matthew. Now tell us, what did you hear?
Oh wow. Pretty lady. The already narrow corridor is now filled with security guards. The room they're guarding is heavily secured, isolated behind 3 layers of tempered glass. Yeah, after they broke the glass last time, they added an extra couple layers. A patient sits in the room with a mask on his face.
Voices! Those voices! The inaudible murmurs, the frightening whispers, they worm into my ears. I told you before, I wrote about this before, but you just missed the mesmeric episodes.
Damn, that's creepy. That's so creepy. Good work.
Did you put on the mask?
Yes. How else would I know that I was right? And now I know. And never ever heard them so clearly. They are screaming inside my head. They're temptations. They're promises. I just have to let go of my brain. Can you hear it? The benevolent mother is speaking.
His nails dig deep into his palms, as if fighting an overwhelming impulse.
Now, I can write the ultimate paper.
Who is this mother?
She is answered by a loud crash. The researcher throws himself against the glass, gasping in horror and scratching helplessly at the surface.
No! I can't say anymore. They see me. They've come for me. Kill me. Kill me now.
Holy. It's too late to beg for mercy. His scream is abruptly silenced as his head explodes, open behind the glass barrier. Can the Manus... Is Arcana able to control everybody remotely when they put on those masks? Amidst a splatter of blood and brain, a new being emerges from the remnants of his flesh. Jesus! The alarm blares loudly. A Manus follower wriggles up in the bloody floor, holding a triangle in hand. He lets out a loud cry, reminiscent of a newborn's first wail. The liaison ends the call, cutting off the horrid sounds on the other end of the phone.
Suspend all research on the Manus mask at once. Its dangers far outweigh the potential benefits. Seal away all equipment and share only a controlled account of the incident with others. We cannot afford to have another researcher try on the mask again. Now, clean this up.
Yes, ma'am.
They're gonna kill him. The airlock door hisses open and a squad of armed guards storms into the room, under the cover of sleeping gas. On the other side of the glass, the robot turns away from the scene, categorizing yet another set of storm research data as irrelevant and filing it away as waste in her memory. Damn, Lucy is... I mean, it was the right call to stop them from trying to wear the mask again, but...
Another dead end.
But, damn, that's cold. That is cold. I mean, she's a robot, but still.
Be ever so careful, dear. The fiery thirst for knowledge is blazing bright within you. Be careful not to put it out. Once, many fire thieves sat here, sipping coffee, as they tried to decipher the best angle to hold up their reeds, to jam the burning wheel of Helios and steal his flame. The gods are selfish. They're stingy with their might.
Shouldn't the gods be more generous?
That's easy to say when the power's not yours to give. Knowing how to share is a rare virtue. Knowing how to share knowledge is a rarer virtue still. How can we transfer our wisdom into mortal minds? the gods pondered.
Right. How do you tell someone something that's like world-changing without it completely destroying their minds? How do you give it to them in a way that they won't go apeshit?
Can inspiration be duplicated from one brain to another? It comes and goes like a gust of wind. So, what can be done?
Sounds like a twist to the story is coming.
Not yet, darling. We've only finished the prologue. However, there is a but waiting down the road. A sudden rain dampened people's enthusiasm for the future. The floppy disks and many clever minds perished in it. Some of the fire thieves grieved the loss. They screamed and swore to retrieve what was lost. What about the rest of them? They returned to primitive chaos, like coelacanths crawling back into the ocean after thousands of years of evolution. Once again, they became the protégés of Arcanum. Perhaps they made the right choice by leaving that useless science behind. Who knows? The story of the fire thieves has only gone this far, darling. At this point, no one knows what will happen to Prometheus or what's inside Pandora's box.
Thanks for the story, Grandma. What the heck? Conway Automaton 4, also known as Life Game 5, is the most popular mind expansion tool in Laplace, capable of simulating cell life and death calculations within a maximum of 2 by the power of 16 pixels. With predefined rules and supporting modular assembly and custom interfaces. Among other features, it has been proven to maintain mental agility of researchers and can simulate most popular games. It's a video game console. Almost all Conway automatons were lost in the storm, or scrapped to make room for important instruments. This is the last remaining one in the Scientific Computing Center. Although Conway Automaton 5 cannot play a practical role in password decryption, to ensure the enthusiasm of the decryption team's work, an urgent repair request is hereby made. If the repairs cannot be completed in a short period of time, it is hoped that a substitute can be allowed during the repair period, such as the latest handheld console, the Game Dude Color. To keep the team motivated, they need to have their game consoles. Yeah, I know, playing games at work is it's necessary, right? So you can stay focused. An unknown incantation. A mask that has proven to be extremely dangerous. These are the only leads they have on the storm. Her metallic fingers pick up another stack of files. These are the test results of the Manus mask, confirming the presence of asymmetrical nuclide R. The robot studies them carefully. The slit on her face pulses in contemplation.
What is the status of the sampling, Simone? Any updates from the timekeeper?
So this is very interesting. They sent Marcus on that mission to get the spell, and she got it. But for some reason they can't get it to work. But they also sent a timekeeper with her little device to also try to find a way to get the spell. Or find a different way to make people immune.
For the moment, no. The people on the island are still suspicious of the Foundation's motives, so she hasn't had a second chance to collect any samples.
Oh my god, it's Android 18. It's Android 18, guys. Oh my god. Except she looks more robotic. I think she's human. But yeah, she looks great. Assistant Simone.
But she has called in an hour ago. We were informed that she will return to the cave shortly. She also warned us that the immunity zone on the island appears to be shrinking. The safe zone is not stable.
The robot did not put on a face today. Simone can only read her mood from the narrow slit.
Mom, have you noticed something?
They are unrelated, Simone.
Oh, right. Lucy has a human face mask. I don't know. Do you guys prefer robot face or like fake human face?
The mask and the incantation are indeed related to Manus Vindictae, but they are unrelated to each other.
She moves the sealed Manus mask aside.
If the account of the Vienna investigator is correct, one cannot help but question.
I think the boobs are necessary. Her massive metallic melons are completely necessary. Part of her design.
Why would Arcana not simply give the masks to Isolde and her brother?
People say like this game is not Gunnar, but like it's not very Gunnar, but it does have some Gunnar. This is an extremely Gunnar robot. Don't tell me it's not. Look at those hips. She's got a fake belly button too.
Investigator Marx's report was highly lacking, making it challenging for us to infer what truly happened.
The belly button dimple was completely necessary, okay?
I suppose we can be skeptical that the report is incomplete, but it is all we have for now.
I can appreciate a nice belly, okay? I can appreciate a nice belly. I think the other day I was talking to someone and we were talking about appreciating legs, but like not feet. We like the whole leg. We don't just like the thigh, we like the upper leg and the lower leg. But like we don't like feet. It's very specific, because like people, when you say like a leg, it's like, oh, you like the feet too, don't you? And it's like, no, I don't. Feet are kind of gross.
She did a good job. I could not have asked for more.
A cute tummy is really nice.
We all heard it. An ancient miracle. A circle of salvation.
The robot extends her hand, drawing an imaginary circle in the air.
The leader of Manus Vindictae promised a miracle, but the mask is far from it. The mask is a tool of control, designed to identify and enslave the believers. Matthew has demonstrated its effects for us.
Poor guy.
But this ritual is different.
Wait, Matthew was on the decryption team. Dang.
Do you mean the ritual is more sophisticated than the mask?
The robot nods approvingly.
Perhaps, but it is not entirely definitive. The investigators in Vienna completed their mission spectacularly, and now Matthew has proven that the mask is useless for our purposes. Its immunity was only a cover for its other functions.
Right.
And the mask has powerful and irreversible side effects. Even if we find out how it protects the wearer from the storm, we cannot use it on our colleagues.
Right, the mask can protect people from the storm, but it also turns them into monsters, so completely useless. She picks up the script.
If this incantation is verified to be true, it will be our Promethean fire.
Oh, jeez. That word is not a very good word in the games that we play here. Fleshy bits. I mean, it's good. It's just like, why is it there? It's there so that she can have an easier time communicating with people. This ritual is useless to us. People are scared of robots. That's why she made herself look as human as possible. That's why she's given herself the big bazonkers. I really like Enigma. I really hope they let him be playable. There's this tired man. This tired man. I hope they make him playable. They call him human, but he's like, he still has like some arcanum in him. He's got like 1/8 arcanist. He's human. But I'm sure they can work it in there somehow. We have some human characters that are playable.
Save yourself, Miss Harbour. We're not getting anywhere with this.
What?
The room is cluttered with all sorts of sophisticated equipment. The floor is littered with scrap paper. Researchers haven't lifted their heads or taken a break for quite some time. No time to play the cool the game dude. The game dude color. The cryptography team wonder if they have a PlayStation. PlayStation came out in 96, right? Cryptography lead stares at Enigma, a fresh cup of coffee in his hand. His patience is wearing thin as the metaphorical string labeled tolerance in his mind is finally about to snap.
Explain yourself, Adler. What do you mean the ritual is useless? You barely sat down. My coffee's still hot.
How do you even drink it? You don't have a mouth. The cryptographer solemnly hands the lead a stack of papers from his desk.
I don't need to waste any more time. It's simple logic. The current information is insufficient for cryptographic decryption. We're attempting an exhaustive brute force, comparing every ancient text and record to find the language or corresponding text. It's like looking for a needle in a colossal haystack. Even if we stumble onto a match, none of us can validate such a thing. A breakthrough in this regard is simply not possible.
You can't be serious.
Across the room, a man stands up promptly with his chair, clutching a pen in his hand.
And what is the basis of your reasoning? Have you figured out the mechanics behind the ritual?
I didn't need to understand the intricacies of Arcanum to deduce this. It was simple logic.
So you never even tried to understand it. With your supposedly superior human reasoning, you dismissed all of our dedication and hard work just like that. Who the f do you think you are?
Before anyone can react, the researcher lunges at Enigma and punches him right in the face.
What?
Ah, nerd fight, nerd fight! Enigma brings up her hands to his cheek, looking more confused than angry.
Matthew was right. You arrogant fools, clueless morons!
True, Matthew died. He might be a little mad about Matthew dying.
Get out of my face, you humanocentric narcissist! Go to hell!
Man, everyone's racist in this universe and I love it. The researcher snarls, brandishing his pen like a soldier brandishing a dagger. Much to his frustration, his swing loses power midair, another casualty of the neck and shoulder pain that plagues his office. The neck and shoulder pain. Oh no! They've all got carpal tunnel! Enigma narrowly avoids the attack, bewildered by the turn of events.
Was this really necessary? I was just sharing my conclusion.
Oh, it was the mask. I should have thought of that. He worked in the same lab as Matthew, and he must have been exposed to the mask.
Oh no! He's also been hit by the mask.
But his physical exam seemed fine. Is there an incubation period?
Does he seem fine to you now? Huh? No! Williams! Put that down! That's the only Conway Automaton 5 left after the storm.
No! The video games! The video games, no! How will we play Super Mario now? He's met with a guttural growl, followed by a deafening crash of metal against wall. The machine whizzes past his head and shatters to pieces on impact. No! The cryptography lead can feel his sanity teetering on the brink. He staggers towards the door, frantically smacking the big red button on the wall.
Security! Security! We've got a code red!
No, he smashed the video game console. It's all over.
So, what are the implications for the decryption?
There were no unintended consequences. We were able to control Williams in time, and the Conway Automaton 5 he destroyed wasn't useful to our work anyway.
I am glad you kept the damages to a minimum.
Lucy turns off the screen in front of her and turns around.
Since you are still here, Mr. Ulrich, I take it as a sign that you have more to report?
In a secluded area of the hallway, an emotionally charged complaint is about to take place. The cryptography lead tries to keep his voice low, looking completely disheveled from the turmoil he has just endured.
Williams was merely an accident, ma'am, but Adler is a loose cannon on the team. We need to talk about this.
Oh man, is this like Old Man Yowie?
With all due respect, I still don't understand why you put him on the team.
It's Old Man Yowie.
He may have made his contributions to Laplace, but that was 8 years ago. Now he's just an irritating defeatist and a staunch supporter of humanocentrism.
Oh man, they love each other. Every particle of ferrofluid in his helmet is vibrating with rage, his voice rising involuntarily.
He never understood the Arcanum. or tried. He's still stuck in the time before the first storm and refuses to acknowledge that his small, beautiful world is gone. How can someone like that help us?
The robot senses his doubt and frustration. There may be more sentiments and underlying issues at play. She pauses for a moment before answering, as if in deep in thought.
I understand your concern, but I have not heard anything about the incapacitation of Adler Hoffman.
What? He got a few scratches at most. The guy barely touched him.
So he is fine. I am glad we agree. Is there anything else you would like to report?
Lucy's just like, okay, thank you. I will consider it. Anyways, bye-bye. The robot waits 5 seconds for an answer, but there isn't one. This must be the social cue that is her turn to speak.
His lack of knowledge on Arcanum is exactly why we need him. His human perspective will offer valuable insights on arcane rituals.
Your complaint is noted and disregarded.
The results of this study will not only be used to save Arcanists, but also humans who share the same world with us.
The cryptography lead tries to argue further, but Lucy is certain the issue has been sufficiently addressed.
We are racing against the clock, mister. And your report on personal disputes and racial conflicts has wasted 2 minutes and 37 seconds of our time. If he refuses to cooperate, you have every right to remove him from the team. That is your responsibility.
Phrasing. Oh my god. Your report on personal disputes and racial conflicts has wasted 2 minutes and 37 seconds of our time.
Oh.
What a burn. From the other end of the corridor, the subject of their argument approaches, looking deeply upset and clutching a stack of papers. I mean, she's right. Clearly he has heard every word they just said.
I am relieved that you survived your altercation. What would you like to report?
What is this awkward silence? Damn. This is like 2 boys that were fighting in elementary school. These are like 2 boys who were fighting and arguing, and now they have to talk to the teacher. Now they're at the principal's office, and she's just like, all right, what do you have to say for yourself, boys? Their eyes meet, making both of them squirm uncomfortably. This is undoubtedly one of the most awkward moments in both of their careers. After prolonged silence, Ulrich steps back and walks away. Without even looking back at him, Enigma begins his report in a low voice.
I'm fed up with wasting time, ma'am. The setback with the mask has already driven too many people insane. That's why you should take a look at this.
He hands a stack of files to Lucy.
I can logically deduce that our current direction is another dead end. The incantation isn't long enough for cryptographic decryption.
Yeah, there isn't enough material for him to work with, is what he's saying.
We will have to turn to ancient records. Perhaps we'll find something in age-old manuscripts, in tablet inscriptions, or in the memories of powerful arcanists. But even if we find it, we can't validate it because none of us can cast the skill.
Right, even if they know the spell, they don't have anyone who actually knows who can actually, like, cast it, right? Because Arcanum is, like, very subjective and personal based. Not everyone can cast the same spells, even if they have the incantations. The robot remains silent during his pessimistic remarks, flipping through each page of the file.
Low-ranking arcanists can't cast high-ranking skills, even if they know the exact pronunciation and meaning of the incantation.
Gives you the shape of the magic, basically.
Gnosis is beyond reason like that and cannot be debated. It stems from raw intuition rather than logic and intellect, is shaped by personal experience and natural abilities, and cannot be intentionally replicated.
It's good, Milkman. Why are you calling me that? Why are you calling me the Milkman? I haven't cucked anyone's wife yet. I haven't proven to have cucked anyone's wife yet. Hey there, OPK. So you can try to find a wizard who fits the shape of the magic. Well, that's true. Well, where will they find someone who can cast something like this, though?
And the most determining factor. It relies on the arcanist's purity of blood.
Oh, so you have to be an old mage to do it. You have to come from old magic.
The miracle ritual you hold such hopes for belongs to the leader of Manus Vindictae, a pure-blooded arcanist whose power is beyond our imagination. It's like asking a toddler to solve Goldback's conjecture. It's completely beyond the boundaries of our limits.
But you are not an arcanist. Why should you play by their rules?
Huh. Just got you there. Play by your own rules. Decipher it. And I guess what she's asking is for him to decipher it and completely rebuild it from scratch in a way that even normal people can use a spell. But he's saying he doesn't have enough material to work with. Maybe when Vertin's done with the island, they'll be able to get more material for him to work with. And then he'll be able to do it. The story is kind of popping between different perspectives. Like, we were on the island, and now we're back here in the Foundation. So it's kind of moving around. I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy all of the main stories in R99. Manufacturing a spell, yeah, that's what she's asking him to do. She's asking him, like, dissect the spell, figure out how it works, then rebuild it in a way that we can use it. The man is taken aback by her question. It's something he's never considered before. Right. So if you don't know, in Chapter 6, Marcus was able to look into someone's memories to find another person's memories to see the leader of Manus Vindictae cast the Storm Immunity Ritual. And they're trying to figure out how to get it to work right now.
You are right. Arcanists differ due to their purity of blood. Researcher Medicine Pocket has already reported the linear correlation between the bloodline of an arcanist and their abilities, and has drawn a conclusion 10 times more extreme.
I like how she said the fact he's human is a reason for him to be on the team, and they actually make that immediately relevant. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it's writers who can write, right? They give you a theory, right? And then they give you the proof immediately afterwards. They're like, okay, this is why we want you, and then they show the proof of why they want him, right? A lot of writers they'll just give you the reasoning, but they'll never show you why. They'll never put it into practice. That's a problem a lot of writers have. They think just the idea is enough of substance when it's not enough, right? You need to state something, and then you need to show people why it's true. But yeah, Medicine Pocket already has proven that the purity of your bloodline makes you, like, is what gives you the power to use spells. And apparently they've drawn an even more extreme conclusion.
Then you should listen. That's their area of expertise.
Her neck moves subtly, almost like shaking her head.
We know that our cryptographers do not have the power to validate the ritual. And we do not expect you to do that. All I ask of you is to come up with a feasible plan and to do it as a team.
Enigma turns away, repulsed at the mention of a team. Lucy finishes reading the report and hands it back to him.
Your deduction is logical, but not practical or actionable. So I should return this to you.
What?
The glow in her eye slit is strangely reassuring, almost like a smile. She looks out of the window.
Your logic is impressive, Adler, but do not let it limit your thinking.
Her design is very simple, but it's so striking. Like, she's just like a robot mannequin with boobs and she's wearing an overcoat, right? And that's all her design is, and it's so striking. I also love his design, though. He's just, what is that, a cryptography machine on his shoulder? He's just wearing a coat in a cryptography machine. Yet, he's pretty striking.
You spoke of the boundaries of arcane power, but logic has its limits too, no? Knowledge can be obtained through various means, such as intuition, logical reasoning, empirical observations, and teachings from others. Your team is not the only one cracking the ritual through their own means. If you fail, we will turn to the others, and if that approach is wrong, we will try another. If no solution is found before the storm, we will simply wait for the next one.
Right.
What matters is we keep moving forward, no matter the cost. We must keep to the path, or we will be swept away like dust in the rain.
This is why she's a leader. She doesn't give up. For once, the researcher does not argue. He whispers as if talking to himself.
If one team fails, you can still turn to the others. Warum denn? Warum musste es Greta sein?
Yeah, he's still mourning his sister. She just died.
What?
Forget it. Just a bitter, irrational thought. This marks the end of my efforts. Hopefully, the others will bring you the needed breakthroughs.
The man walks away in anger. Yeah, because Hoffman from Chapter 6 was his sister. She died. What did she die for? But only after a few steps, a question comes to mind.
You've been waiting here for a while. Are you expecting someone? You aren't the type to waste time listening to us whine. So there must be something here worthy of your attention. Is someone close to a breakthrough?
Nothing of the sort. I am recharging. We have a public power outlet here.
What? Oh, she's an EV. I guess that says more about Enigma than it says about her. Is that Enigma secretly hopes that there's a breakthrough. He secretly hopes, he's yearning. She moves her joints as if standing for so long has stiffened her body.
But I am indeed waiting. The doves of the Whitestone House are here.
The Whitestone House? The sound of flapping wings fills the air. The researcher is astonished as a creature, with a texture similar to plaster, perches on her metal finger.
Good. Someone closer to the limit has given us aid.
Hmm? Very interesting. Right, I'm going to take a quick break to use the bathroom. I'll be back in a jiffy. Hi, tadaima. Where should we end this off at? We're at 3-hour mark. This part 7. There's 30
Any
parts.
news from Zeno?
Maybe we'll end at part 8. Yeah, maybe we'll end this at part 8. Part 8 or part 7. We'll see how this ends off at. If it ends at a cliffhanger, I'll probably end it there.
They are moving as planned. The
Wait.
deployment will be complete within
I want to change something first. The music's been a little bit loud, so I'm going to change the volume a little bit. Hope that sounds alright to you guys.
Two tenants sharing one body. It's a little cramped, really.
I certainly would not mind if you choose to leave.
Let's see. Let's make the... That should be good enough.
Oh, you're knocking at the door of Felicien's room.
Yeah, that should be good.
Hardly a mere room. It's a suite.
Yeah, I love Felicien so much. Alright, hope they're not overpowering my own voice. Hopefully. Maybe I can lower it a little bit more.
Two tenants sharing
Yeah,
one
okay,
body.
yeah, it's fine.
It's
Let's
a little
go.
cramped, really. I've taken to keeping a journal lately and writing postcards.
Back to the story. Part 7. Maze of the Minotaur.
Any news from Zeno?
They are moving as planned. The deployment will be complete within 2 hours.
Still a little bit loud.
What about Arcana?
Yeah, let me lower the volume a little bit more.
Same old, standing still on the rock as if she's a part of it, soaking up the salt in the wind, I guess.
Arcana's is yearning by the beach. Senator fiddles with its communication device, making sure Lilia's voice is loud and clear. Now Regulus can hear their exchange with perfect clarity.
She's found herself a good spot, overlooking all of us from up there. The center of the island where the number people are heading, the entrance to the cave where Vertin and 37 are going, and the beaches in the storm. Nothing escapes her sight.
Impressive! Maybe she's planning her escape.
Why would she
Is
do
she
that?
also going to swim? It seems like we're in for a swimming competition. Speaking of which, it would be nice if those tortoise slowpokes could swim a little faster.
She hangs up and resumes surveillance of her target. The next 2 hours are critical. The islanders are busy with the cleansing ceremony while the outsiders are preparing for the departure.
Look, Sonetto, I understand your plan now, but I still can't shake off a bad feeling about all this.
Don't worry, Regulus. We have gone over this many times. The margin of error should be below 0.00025%. I'm confident that it will work.
Yeah, it's 40% of all people know that. Yeah, 40% of all people know that.
I know. Spare me with the numbers. I know I can rely on you.
Giving statistics with no proof. Where is she bringing out her numbers from? It's even less credible when it comes from her. She waves her hand quickly as if swatting away the numbers like flies.
I'm still worried about Vertin. Will she make it back in 2 hours? If she doesn't come back in time, who's going to take charge and guide us? We'll have to steer our own course, won't we?
Yes. Laplace is gathering every piece of information they can find on the storm. The discovery of the asymmetrical nuclide R was already a remarkable breakthrough. It would help the immunity research a lot if the timekeeper could find something useful in that cave.
The pirate is not satisfied with the answer. Evidently, she has a strong opinion on the matter.
I don't think she's going to have a lovely time there, judging by what happened to me last time.
Having spent the longest time there, she undoubtedly has the most qualified to comment on the subject.
Is it just me, or do you also find this a bit fishy? The dangers aside, using an answer as a reward? What? Is this deity some sort of answering machine?
In fact, Apeiron is a philosophical concept introduced by the ancient Greek philosopher Anaximander, which means the origin of everything. It is the physical manifestation of the boundless, the indeterminate, and the infinite. Everything arises from it and returns to it.
She's a pirate? What kind of pirate? Enemy pirate? Trying to pirate the new... She is a radio pirate. So she was playing radio. She was playing music and acting as a radio DJ. Without a license, basically. She doesn't have a radio license. She's playing pirated music.
But it appears to serve a more practical purpose for the believers on this.
Miss Marta told me about this. There are limits to the knowledge one can acquire, even when using numbers, which are considered closest to the essence.
Everybody met Miss Marta except Vertin.
But Apeiron is a boundless, limitless existence. If we wish to seek knowledge beyond our own limitations, we must turn to it for help.
It's so sad. Not being able to meet your own mom. She's right there. She faithfully recites what she learned from the teachings of Apeiron. Apple adjusts his bow tie, grateful for her contribution.
To the best of this apple's recollection, the more ancient, abstract, and intangible an entity is, the more likely it possesses arcane powers beyond our fathom. By communing with the supreme existences through sympathetic magic, worshippers could gain the guidance of their transcendental gnosis. They would, of course, exact a price from the worshippers as well.
Price?
Sonetto. Just hearing the word makes her heart sink.
Could you be more specific on that, Mr. Apple? What's the price? Lives or something else?
Sonetto is very much an anxious attachment girl.
Vertin! Jump over here!
Let's go.
Very good. Now you are on number 1. And you should jump to 7. This is a 4x4 magic square. You just need to make sure every 4 steps you take adds up to 34.
Howling wind fills the air. The unstable footing is the only solid thing they can rely on. The path into the cave is completely different than before. The transparent stairs are gone, as are the swirling golden lines in the air. Now only cold rock walls surround them, and the numbered brick lies beneath their feet. It's a game of hopscotch unlike any other.
I don't understand, 37. This place was different the last time we were here.
It has changed because the test has begun. The path to new knowledge is always harder than verifying a known result. Don't worry. This is like a labyrinth with a minotaur. There is always a way to the center.
Why do you sound so reassuring? So basically you gotta really be good at math if you're doing this.
But weren't those labyrinth walkers offerings to the Minotaur?
Unfortunately, she doesn't seem considered or care at all.
Now we're going to solve the magic square. Vertin, the next number is 10.
The world churns around them, a space is revealed. As the magic square is solved, the maze shifts once more.
Oh no! It turned into a magic circle. We have to calculate again. This one's easy. The sum of the numbers on each circle should be equal to the sum of the numbers on its diameter plus the number in the middle. We're just going from a square to a circle. It's not that difficult.
You asked me to solve this and I would probably fail.
You are now on 32. We need to find 17 or 21.
Completely absorbed in solving the puzzle, she doesn't notice what's coming up behind her. A geometric figure with the number 21 hurls towards her. For a moment she thought she heard a chuckle.
Careful, 37. The numbers are coming to life. We need to put them back in place.
Okay, there was battle there. The ground ceases to shake and everything comes to a standstill once again. The numbers are returned to their original positions. 37 breezes past them with a cheerful smile, making a beeline for the exit.
Like I said, it's not that big of a deal.
She stops. Before the gate stands a familiar figure.
I thought the next question would be the Ford Circle, the Monster Group, or Hilbert's Infinite Grand Hotel. I never thought it would be 6. Hello, 6. Are you the real thing?
Hey man.
Yes, I'm the real 6.
I wouldn't be so sure. When it comes to the essence, we are all shadows cast on a wall by a flickering fire. How do you know you're the real 6?
That was too much to take in. Even 37 can't help but step back.
Did you just smile?
Oh no, he smiled! What the heck? Can't be 6.
Now I very much doubt that you're real.
I didn't. And I am the true 6. This gate has always been guarded by a 6.
The leader reverts back to a blank expression. 37 doesn't seem too thrilled to see her friend here.
I have a bad feeling about this. I think the question we're about to answer will be very simple. It's just a formality, isn't it? You'll ask a question and let us through. I've seen you do that on other tests before.
Formality is also important.
No, only the essence is important. Only the forms are important.
6 shakes his head, showing no inclination to continue the debate.
This is a question about the essence and forms, 37. Please pay heed to it. As for Miss Vertin, we only expect you to lend a patient ear.
Very well.
37 looks at 6 with determination. The same look she had when she faced that challenge in the game of Kodabos. Hey there, Clemire. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? It's good to see you again. She's confident that she can solve any problem that comes her way.
37. If your pursuit of truth were to lead to the destruction of your faith and beliefs, would you still keep going?
Oh.
What?
If the truth completely shatters your worldview, would you still pursue it? She exclaims involuntarily. Most people can't handle it. Most people would rather continue living a lie. If they're confronted with a truth that goes against their beliefs. Because a person's beliefs are not just their beliefs. A person's beliefs are the things that shape their entire perspective of how the world works. The things that they think are right and the things that they think are wrong. Their belief of how things work, right? Very few people can just take knowledge that shatters all that and rebuild themselves, because you have to rebuild from scratch. Very few people can do that. They'd rather continue to lie to themselves in the event that they come across knowledge like that. Trust you are in the best chapter, right? Really. I remember I really loved chapter 6 so much. And people said 7 was even better, and I was like, are you sure? Forgot that your progress in reverse was at the first arc. Yeah. I'm behind on a lot of things that I liked, that I want to get through, right? There's reverse, there's Girls Frontline, that's also behind in. Wuthering Waves is kind of just all vibes, so I'm not that disappointed. What else is there that I'm playing that I'm like really behind? Oh yeah, it's not a game, it's Chainsaw Man. I'm still very behind on reading Chainsaw Man. It's ending very soon. And I've only just finished reading the International Assassins arc, which is the next season of the anime. It hasn't come out yet, but there's still so much to read. The more you progress, the better it gets. Oh.
What kind of question is that?
Some people do consider Chapter 6 is the best, but for me, it's my third favorite chapter. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in Chapter 6. It was really good for me. But overall, I enjoy all the stories in R99. The only one I was uncomfortable with was the prison one, Chapter 9. Okay, number 8, Oracles at Delphi. Oh wow. Man, I studied this a long time ago, I think in high school. Oracles at Delphi,
If my pursuit of truth will be the destruction of my beliefs.
They would use like smoke and they'd use a lot of candles, a lot of incense. They'd use basically drugs. They'd put drugs into smoke. And I don't know if they use alcohol as well. They use a lot of stuff to try to divine and communicate with gods. I feel like Chapter 7 will be hard to top by other similar games. Yeah, I know. The storytelling in 99 is pretty specific, right? I like Girls Frontline, but Girls Frontline's storytelling is very cerebral. It's not about how the characters feel in Girls Frontline so much as what happens in the world. But in this game, it's very much what the characters are feeling, right? A very different style of storytelling. Of course, there's a lot of things happening, but the things that are happening are not as important as how the characters feel here. You'll just be huffing and puffing. Yeah, it's true. Like, this game is so abstract that you couldn't even understand what's happening, right? They've obfuscated what is actually physically happening. So all you really know is how people feel. In Girls Frontline, they don't bother explaining how people feel. You just have to infer how people feel. It's more about what's actually happening in the world. And there's a lot of things that are happening in the world. She shakes her head repeatedly, looking more perplexed than she checked the Manus followers' math homework.
I came for the truth, and my faith is the truth. Why would the truth be destroyed by the truth?
What if the truth isn't the truth that you're looking for? What if it's different from what you were expecting? What if the truth undermines everything that you believed in? Also, I've got some chocolate croissants right now that I'm going to go ahead and snack on because it's been 3 hours and I've only had breakfast today. So don't mind me as I do a little crunch, okay?
If it's because I did the calculation wrong, I'll go back and do it again. And next time, I will do better.
Like, what if a parent gives them the answer, and the truth is that the math doesn't math? What if the truth is that math doesn't matter? Why are you starving yourself? No, you don't get it. I woke up really late today. I woke up incredibly late today. So I only had breakfast I only finished breakfast like 5 minutes before stream. But I also get really hungry pretty quickly after breakfast. I have to eat my lunch very close to my breakfast. answer without hesitation, causing the gatekeeper to pause for an extra moment of silence. Yeah, excuse me while I munch. Guys, do you eat cold croissants? I think pastries eaten cold is like a sin. Pastries have to be eaten warm, with some exceptions. I think most pastries have to be eaten warm, for sure.
What if the essence of truth is there is no truth?
Yeah. What if there is no truth?
Isn't that also a form of the truth? Its non-existence is an answer in itself, is it not?
You eat them room temp? What is wrong with you?
You're speaking like 210. Are you really 6?
37 has clearly run out of patience with the sophistry. She stares at 6 in annoyance, trying to detect any signs on his face that he might be playing a joke on her.
I should be more specific. You may see it as another allegory. A gate stands before you. Open it, and you will find the truth you seek. But at the same time, the world as you know it will crumble. Will you still open it?
Like I said. 37 blinks. This time her answer is even more clear and resolute.
Yes. If my world changes because the truth is revealed, doesn't that mean my previous understanding was wrong and should be corrected?
Yes, but most people can't handle that. Because most people have a history of the things that they believed in. They've done things based on the things they believed in. They've met people. They've befriended people. They've hurt other people. They've based their life, their trajectory of their careers, of their friendships, and so on, based on their beliefs. That's why it's hard to reel it all back, because there's like actual actionable things that were done in the name of beliefs. That's why it's hard for most people to change and correct their understandings. Because there's a lot of conundrums, there's a lot of a conflict about right and wrong that they'd have to think about if their understanding was wrong, right? If their worldview was wrong. Most people just can't do that. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of different kinds of feelings.
If what's behind the gate is really the truth, why would I give up the truth for falsehood?
Most people aren't concerned with the truth. They aren't concerned with being right or wrong. They're concerned with feeling good.
I see. You've passed. As a reward, I will bestow upon you this sacred ritual.
But yeah, 37 is a bit of a special case.
It will bridge the gap between you and the Supreme Existence during communion.
A gilded scroll is presented to her. But the winner only furrows her brow even further.
Was that it? You didn't even ask a question that posed a real challenge. See, Vertin? I knew this was just a formality. Vertin?
No, 37. I think this question...
37.
6
There are
interjects.
some words I'd like to share with you. Not as 6, but myself, who used to live under the name Atticus.
Is there a meaning to that name, Atticus? Oh, sad music. He's gonna give us his backstory, guys.
We know the story of Socrates' life, how truth and politics are at odds with each other.
Right, Socrates spoke the truth, And because of that, he was ordered to poison himself to death. Not because he was wrong, but because he injured everybody else's pride in the politics.
Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer. I hope you will remember your answer when the defining moment comes for you.
He leaves. The game has been a disappointment. 37 frowns in frustration. But she keeps a tight grip on the scroll. The gate in the center of the circle has swung open, but the path ahead is shrouded in mist.
We should go, Vertin. There's a long way ahead. I hope the next question will be more fun. Nothing I haven't expected so far. Just like what Mom told me. They're just games, like skipping rocks, katabos, and hopscotch. I've always been good at games. Look, there's the gate, Vertin. We're almost at the end.
"37 claps her hand with satisfaction, having resolved yet another obstacle. But her companion is much more pensive.
What's the matter, Vertin? You've been quiet since we met 6. But you're number 0, not 6. You have no common factor with him.
No. I'm only thinking, what's the question you're going to ask? We've only got one chance.
The most important question of all, of course.
About the essence of the emanation, right?
It was not a hard guess. The islanders devote their lives to the study and service of the essence. Nothing is more important than this question. The essence reveals the truth that underlies all existence. Everything else is just a fragment of the phenomenal world. It might even not directly solve the issue of the storm immunity, but knowing its nature will help with that aspect. It's the key to solving not just one problem, but many others.
Well, the essence of it is important. But one day, we will eventually come to understand it. Even if we leave it alone for now, it will still be there. Yes?
I think so.
She seems to have something else in mind.
I can't stop thinking about Regulus. Despite being so close to the answer, she turned back in the cave, determined to earn the answer rather than receive it on a silver platter. It's like covering your ears in front of the oracles at Delphi. How typical of an irrational number. But she was also right, wasn't she? None of the precepts forbids one from doing so. People like her may fall behind or get distracted along the way, learning at a slower pace. But in the end, we will all converge. It doesn't matter if some arrive sooner than others.
So, are you going to ask something else?
This time she nods.
Yes, I have come up with a better question. A question that will solve all our problems once and for all, and free everyone from the emanation.
And what would that be?
It's not as profound as my first question, but it's an equally good one.
I see. I will stop here then.
Huh?
She turns around, her eyes with surprise.
Vertin, are you turning back like Regulus? But you're a 0. You're not an irrational.
No, I won't go far. I will wait for you here. This is your gate to open. It is your question, your answer. I will stay here and watch over you. If you encounter any danger in there, I will come to your aid at once.
But don't you also have a question to ask Aperon? Aren't your doubts unresolved?
No, I don't need to ask anymore. The question you're going to ask, the one that will free us all from the emanation, is exactly the question I want to ask, 37.
37 tilts her head curiously, but her confusion soon fades. She quickly understands, as she does with most things in life.
I see. So you're choosing to be the one who looks on, like the third kind of men in the Olympic Games. A choice of insight, most appropriate for the number 0.
Without further hesitation, she turns and steps into the final gate.
In that case, I will see you later then, Vertin.
See you soon, 37.
Put the suitcase down and breathe. Be ready for anything.
Will this really be the collapse of her world as she knew it? Like Six said. If that happens, I'll be here to hold the umbrella for her.
Aw. Okay, we'll do one more node. But I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I'm gonna... Wait, that was chapter 8. We're at 9. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, we'll do 9. We can do 9. Okay, for real though, we're gonna end after this one. The cave is basked in warm, flickering candlelight. Preparations for the cleansing ceremony are finally complete. The integers have waited for are waiting for their leader to return.
Do you think 37 is going to make it?
888 lowers her voice, concealing her worry.
Who knows?
Leaning against the cabin wall, 210 absent-mindedly adjusts the grapevine on his chair out of boredom.
6 should be the easiest one to pass. The math puzzles in the labyrinth shouldn't be a problem for our little star either. The only tricky question is from a Peyron, and no one knows what it will be. It is a fair game. Answer a Peyron's question and it will answer yours. But if you give the wrong answer, oops.
He pinches a grape between his fingers and crushes it, its juice splattering onto his hand.
It'll hardly be a graceful end.
Ooh.
You are gross.
888 shakes her head, not even bothering to hide her disgust.
We know little about the test. The last person to pass the test was 300 years ago. The price of failure was high. For the longest time, the Sixers forbade people from risking their lives for it.
Well, 6 lied. Someone passed the test 4 years ago.
Oh. An unexpected piece of information. Even 210 straightens up in attention. The banshee gazes into the distance, watching the shadows cast by candles dance on the walls.
The two of them are so much alike. Their talents, their mindsets, even their first thoughts when facing an impossible challenge. It is an irresistible temptation indeed, with a path to all truths right in front of you, just within reach. Who wouldn't want to give it a try?
Oh, wow. Amid the swirling lights and shadows, the trial is reaching its conclusion. She's reached the heart of the maze, the lair of the Minotaur, where the final challenge awaits. Through the mist, a form gradually takes shape. First it appears to be a scholar, then a soldier, but it continues to transform into a king, a farmer, a child, an elder. Oh, it's Mom! Finally, it stops and solidifies into a young woman with a sharp and chilling smile.
Mama? How are you here?
A soft chuckle slips out from the shadow.
No, I'm not who you think I am, child. I'm but a shadow, a flicker of fire, a projection before you. The finite cannot comprehend the infinite. Your limited senses cannot imagine what you've never seen, nor fathom what you've never heard. I am the answer to your desperate prayers, I am the blindfold before you see daylight. I'm the reflection of your confused, hollow faces in the water.
Oh, so this is a Peyron.
I am the lingering echo of the last visitor.
Oh, is this how her mom died? Or maybe her mom did pass, and she later died in the storm.
But you look just like Mama.
Eagerly, 37 steps forward.
This is the last obstacle of the test. The gate of truth is just ahead, right? And here you are, standing in front of me. Does that mean that you finally reached the transcendental realm? So my conjecture was right, and our model did not fail, correct?
The transcendental realm?
Something's wrong. Why is her eyes like that? It's kind of creepy. マジでやばいぞこれ。目がやばい。The woman's laugh is strange and unsettling.
You speak adorable nonsense, my dear daughter. Did you really believe what I said?
Holy crap.
You silly little goose.
Oh wow. Oh wow. 37 stops in her tracks and lifts her head in disbelief. She locks eyes with those aquamarine orbs that are unmistakably her mother's eyes.
Have you not doubted, even for a moment? You did. You wavered when you strolled the shores at night, when you inevitably gazed at the geometric bodies. If they really are manifestations of the transcendental world, why can't I find Mama's number in the broken pieces? You thought. Why can't I hear her voice? Why can't I see their patterns? The darkness blinds me. I miss you, Mama.
Oh. This whole time, you know, we thought 37 didn't care that her mom died, but of course she cares. She's just been, what do you call it, desensitizing herself? She's just been, I don't know, what is it, disassociating? Of course she misses her mom.
Oh, my poor, sweet daughter. You are too young and naive, too attached to what is familiar and too trusting of your teachings. You should have continued doubting instead of following my outdated footsteps.
Napping at the disassociation station.
Was the conjecture wrong? Was the model correct? It does not matter, child. The rules of the game have changed. The Chaos Makers, the Fearmongers, and the Rule Shapers, they have already outpaced us. We were not wrong, we simply fell behind. We were blinded by the dream of the Transcendental Realm and could not see through reality. But worry not, my daughter. You have made it here, and that is all that matters.
It's weird. She said she's not her mom. Now she's saying, my daughter. Non-stop.
We will do the calculations together. This time, the results will be more accurate than ever.
I guess she has to reject her mom.
Mama!
With a gentle smile, the woman tucks her hair behind her ears and reaches out a hand to the girl.
This world is an enormous wasteland, 37. Look at the creations in it. The congested, silent herds that scurry to and fro in their meaningless lives. Never have they looked at the stars above, nor bent to smell the flowers. The melodies of the patterns above go unheard by them, their souls unresonant to their wisdom. They are the prisoners of their bodies, complacent in their dulled senses, and conceited over their success of ruling the planet through violence and bloodshed. They mocked us, shunned us, and slaughtered us. They discriminated against us throughout the ages, branded us as lunatics and spat on what we held dear. But we never gave up once. We were never truly defeated. One day, they will be proven wrong, and they will be forced to admit it.
Why does she sound like Manus?
My daughter, my precious little pearl. Come to me, back in your mother's arms. Let us return to a time before disputes and disasters, when it was just you and me wandering the boundless beach. I will share with you the infinite secrets of this world, the essence of all things, and the truth that transcends everything. That's what you came for, yes?
This is so unsettling. Her eyes are earnest and sincere. 37 slowly climbs the stairs, longing to reach out and grasp her mother's hands. She suddenly looks up, confused, and asks a question.
But Mama, I am 37, not infinity. Why would I want an infinite number of secrets?
Uh-oh.
The ground is shaking. Did she give the wrong answer?
The cavern's illusory landscape shifts again. A fierce wind abruptly rises around her. Amidst the howling gale, 37 looks defiantly up in the air, her eyes peering past her mother's silhouette.
I don't long for the infinite secrets, for it is not within the scope of my number.
Oh. She's got a lot of conviction.
I know who I am. I am only 37, a finite number, a pebble in the sand. The tides could wash over me, engulf me, and crush me at any moment.
Man, this piece of art's really nice. I love the way her hair is flailing around wildly. The sound of the tide also really adds to this.
Even so, I am glad to be 37, for I know my limits. I know my boundaries. A concept whose supreme existences cannot even fathom.
Her mother's shadow shatters, the shards shimmering and pulsing in the air as if they were alive. The wind picks up, whipping her hair around and forcing her to narrow her eyes against the current. But she stands her ground, refusing to yield.
Apeiron, the Boundless One, I am here for a simple question. How can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be free from the emanation forever?
I wonder if there's an answer. What if the answer is that there is no way? There is no way to escape the storm. Her voice disappears into the wind, like a pebble sinking into a pond. But then the ripples echo back. Holy. A worthy reply. Thou hast heeded thy boundaries. Through humility shalt thou ascend to higher wisdom. It shall be answered. Oh, she passed. Incomprehensible sound assaults her ears, like ancient echoes rising from the depths of the ocean. They aren't recognizable syllables of any known language, but more like reverberations between layers of rock walls, each note stabbing through her like a dagger. Her breathing becomes labored and blood trickles from her nose. Ooh. Dizziness churns in her head, causing her vision to blur and double.
How? It clearly promised me an answer. Is it because the answer to my question The transcendental truth is outside of our limits too.
Well, she's perishing.
Make way! Move!
Oh, why are they moving over here?
Madame Lucy, we have the right pronunciation.
Oh, how'd they get it?
The script you gave me was correct. This is the arcane language of the incantation. Where did you get it?
Very well. Give it to me. Inform all research teams that we are moving on to the next phase of the project.
Wait, they succeeded. Swift and sure footsteps stride past glass-walled rooms, stopping at the main control room of the Storm Observation and Research Initiative. The control station is bustling with activity as liaisons send messages through electrical signals and pneumatic tubes to various offices, all part of a well-oiled routine. Enigma is here too.
If you're here to check on the progress, there is none.
Huh?
I'm afraid you'll leave disappointed, Madame Lucy.
The robot hardly notices the mockery in his tone. Hello, hello. She approaches one of the liaisons and holds out her hand. In her palm is a script brought by one of the doves.
Send this to everyone. It has been verified. This is the correct pronunciation of the immunity ritual.
This is...
His hands tremble. Despite its size, the tiny slip of paper holds great importance. Following the pronunciation guideline... Sorry. Grab some water. Following the pronunciation guidelines, he carefully spells out the first word.
La unwa.
The script is taken from his grasp. Standing next to him, the liaison holds the script in her hand, also trembling with excitement.
We must share this with everyone!
She trots over to the control station. A script is transposed onto the screen. Liaison meticulously checks every detail, ensuring that nothing is overlooked.
La unua circlo.
The first circle? She reads into the microphone, her voice confident and clear. With a final press of the send button, she turns away with a satisfied smile on her face. Oh God! She got fucking Thanos'd. Wait, no. Unsend it. Unsend. Unsend. Don't send. Unsend it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Without warning, her torso cracks apart and her entire form crumbles, shattering to the ground in pieces. I think you can't cast a spell unless you're a strong enough arcanist. Oh God, everyone's gonna die.
What was that?
Sorry. I'm sorry I made fun of you, okay? I'm sorry I made fun of you. I'm sorry I made fun of your stupid helmet and your stupid goggles. I didn't mean for you to die. Oh God, oh God, oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey there, Alan. Hello. Caught me at a good time. All hell breaks loose. Chairs scrape loudly against the floor. Coffee cups clatter to the ground, and people scramble about in a frenzy. Unsend it! Unsend it! Unsend it! The director of Laplace remains still, her eyes fixed on the rapidly flashing lights on the screen.
Stop the transmission! The ritual is wrong!
No. The ritual's probably right. She pauses. In the face of turmoil and chaos, it falls on someone to step up and take action.
No. The incantation is indeed correct.
Oh God. Alright, we're ending it here, guys. We are ending it here. Do we end it here? If we end it at 10, then we can just do 11 to 20 and then 21 to 30. We'll do it in 3 parts. I kind of want to end it here, but why would they do this to us? Why would they do this to us? We regret to report tragic news today. A large number of researchers have been injured and even killed in an accident caused by the spread of storm immunity incantations. Due to special emergency management regulations, funerals of the deceased personnel will be temporarily postponed. Please remember the names of the victims, remember the sacrifice, and remember that our research is not over. Dora, Evans, Gary, obliterated. Richard and Vincent, skin transformed. Dawkins, entire body turned to mud, lost the ability to speak. Victor disappeared from existence, no longer physically detectable. Margaret shrunk. Louis dissolved into a puddle of goo. And I should have ended at 7. That would have been perfect. Now I have to go. I should have ended at 6 or 7. Man, I do this to myself every time. I keep on doing this to myself. Okay, we're definitely ending at 10.
What is going on?
That is a funny portrait. Dude's wearing some funky ass glasses. Roku, don't even at me with that. Another glass-walled rooms. Researcher looks up from the confusion. The airlock doors have been sealed tight and electronic equipment is flashing erratically.
Warning. Warning.
Same time, all the screens light up simultaneously, indicating the arrival of a new message.
Hey Dawkins, forget the outside. Come look at this. Some guys cracked it. They found the correct pronunciation.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
For real? They better be serious if this is some kind of prank.
Despite the blaring alarms, the staff gathers around the screen, eagerly reading aloud the incantation. So, what language is this? La unua circlo. What language is? Oh my god, I felt so worried when I was saying that. Well, what if I disappear too? What language is that? La unua circlo. I can clearly understand it means the first circle. Latin? Oh.
La una circlo?
Oh, he's gone.
Damn it! Damn it!
He runs down the corridor at full speed, gasping for air. Just as the airlock doors begin to close, he flings himself through. The closest rooms with glass walls is filled with thick white smoke. He sprints to the door and frenetically pounds on it.
Ulrich! Dawkins! Victor! Ricard! Are you in there? Listen, if you receive the pronunciation of the incantation, do not recite it. Do not write it down. Do not pass it on. I know we've had our differences, but you have to trust me. I'm trying to save you.
A chilling silence looms on the opposite side of the door. The only noise that can be heard is Lucy's emotionless voice coming through the speakers.
Warning. Warning. All personnel stay away from their communication terminals. Do not recite any messages on the screen. Repeat. Do not recite the incantation. Do not recite the incantation. Do not recite...
The door suddenly opens. Smoke pouring out nearly chokes him.
Richard?
What happened to his skin? It's all cracked. Cryptographer emerges from the thick smoke, his movements stiff and his face expressionless. As he opens his mouth to speak, small crack forms at the corner of his lips. It quickly spreads across his entire face, as if he were made of clay. Suddenly he collapses, his skin splitting and cracking like parched earth.
Richard!
Oh god, that's terrifying. Enigma quickly moves to support him, preventing his colleague from breaking into pieces on the hard floor. He checks his vitals, still alive. Only his skin has been affected by the mutation. Underneath the cracked exterior, he can still see human flesh and blood.
Don't speak. We're going to the recap center.
No, you go, Dawkins.
Lifting a muddy finger, he manages to point toward the room. Slowly, a monumental figure emerges from the hazy entrance. It is a mud golem, with thick clumps of mud dripping off its body. The only remaining human element is Dawkins' nameplate, barely clinging to its chest. Oh god! Oh no.
Dawkins? No, no, no!
The airlock door at the end of the hallway hisses open. Squatted security guards with hypno bullets and restraints straight nets barge their way in.
Researcher Adler, please evacuate immediately. We will take over from here.
I thought the worst case would be that the ritual is useless since no one here can wield it.
Why did they just send it out? Why didn't they test it before sending it? Why did they do that? Nobody thinks.
I was wrong. So terribly wrong. The reality is a million times worse. We have invited a disaster. It is a curse, even more unpredictable, unstable, and uncontrollable than the mask.
It's Esperanto. Oh, okay. Isn't that like supposed to be like the universal language? Isn't Esperanto like a made-up language? Hey there, Evie. Hello, hello. They got too excited. Yeah, they did. Got caught up in the moment. Did anyone even give her permission? Give the liaison permission to print it out and send it? He grips his hair tightly, his voice hoarse as he shouts.
Dora crumbled to dust. Richard cracked like dry land, and Dawkins turned into a statue of mud. And Victor, he vanished. We've tried everything, but he's nowhere to be found. Yet he's here, typing, sending emails, getting the door for me.
He turned into the Invisible Man.
All of these catastrophic events, and only 3 words were uttered. 3.
What happens if Enigma says it? Oh yeah, he got interrupted. Before he could finish saying it, the liaison took the script from him. He still has a little bit of arcanist in him, even though everybody calls him human. He would have died too. She saved his life. He shakes his head and laughs bitterly, not even in the mood for mockery after all that's happened.
What are we dealing with, Madame Lucy? Which deity are we provoking and stealing from?
No one can answer his question. The security guards are busy cleaning up the mess, while liaisons are frantically issuing warnings and confirming the extent of the casualties. The rehab center personnel have also arrived. As they leave, their stretchers are filled with injured people. His supervisor finishes up a call and hangs up the phone.
Get some rest, Mr. Adler.
Well, he's not human, though. Everybody calls him human, but he's still partially arcanist. He has a little bit of arcanist in him, as did Hoffman. That's why the potion in chapter 6, why it poisoned her. Because she still had a little bit of arcanist in her. She was mixed blood.
Your mission is complete. Other researchers will take it from here.
You what?
Damn, that's cold. He asks in disbelief, anger swelling in his chest.
Are you not going to call it off? After all that's happened?
The research must go on.
The robot's answer is concise and cold.
The authenticity of the incantation and the fact that any arcanist can recite it were revealed to us through this unexpected mishap. Now, a new question arises. How can we eliminate the side effects?
You call that a side effect?
From now on, we no longer require the help of human researchers.
Her tone is calm and gentle, yet with authority. The decision has been made.
Only Arcanum can lift a curse of Arcanum.
Damn. What did he even get to do here?
37.
The eerie sounds continue to reverberate in the cave. 37 kneels on the transparent stairs, blood seeping from her mouth and nose.
Stay with me. I'll get you out.
A suitcase. The noises wouldn't reach her in there. It could be her refuge. Yeah, she received the truth and she's dying. 37 suddenly jerks. Slowly an ornate scroll rises from her bosom.
Is this Six's scroll?
I forgot about that thing. A strange noise begins to fade. In its place is an ancient melody.
+1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1. I see. I understand now.
What happened to the blood in her mouth and nose?
What did you say? 37. Are you feeling better now?
She nods, having regained her clarity.
10 numbers, Vertin. 6's scroll reconciled the gap between the supreme existence and me. I can now hear and understand. The answer to my question, the solution to free us from the emanation, the response Apeiron promised me, is a string of numbers.
Okay. So do we have it now? Do we have like a way to protect ourselves from the storm? Okay. We end for real now. We'll continue with 11 next week. I have to catch up on Girls Frontline, so I may or may not play this game. I'm probably gonna do like, what I'm probably going to do is what is it? Next week, or not next week. I'm sorry, my brain's not working. We'll play more Resident Evil 2 tomorrow. We'll play more with Claire's story. Saturday we'll play Girls Frontline, and I think on Sunday we'll continue with chapter 10, or part 10 of this chapter of Reverse 99. Thank you everybody for coming today. I hope you enjoyed all that. I have a lot of questions, but we're still at the first third of the story, so I guess like there's still going to be a lot to keep on going. We have the answer. Yeah, luckily she didn't die. You know, she didn't have foam coming out of her mouth. Anyways, 今回の配信を見に来てくれて皆さんありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。What's a haku? It's a raven.
Poets,
You get your answers?
scholars.
Yeah.
They're usually talkative passengers.
Hopefully.
But I've also noticed how often they drift into silence.
Hopefully
Most
I'll
of the
get my
time,
answers.
I stay quiet too. Maybe because I never really understood what
Maybe-
they were saying anyway.
Maybe we'll find the answer to
What do you
reviving
make of it,
Felician.
Felton? My silence-loving friend?
We'll bring Felician back. That's what I want to know. I want to know how to bring Felician back from the grave. My queen. Boom, ba, boom. Let's see. Is there anything else? Is there anyone I can raid right now? Huh. Yeah, let's raid Ablake Pam. We raid her a lot. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye now. Good night.